Hello, and welcome back to Roll Call.
Roll call.
So we're so excited to be here and be back in the studio now, able to play again after trying to survive on a raft last week.
Right, we're going to do raft again today.
We're doing raft again, yes. No pain. Only raft.
Only raft.
God, no, please.
No pain.
Then all of you will have tech issues, and I'll have to somehow get an even bigger raft to stay afloat at this point.
I do have it downloaded this time.
I could barely keep a small raft.
Look, Shiro's
afloat.
ready. We're all set. So, all right, everyone, we're going
downloaded
to transition
it.
into the game
I downloaded
screen.
it just in case.
Yep, 3,
Oh,
2,
boy.
1, go.
All right. Well, yes, welcome back, everyone, as we continue our Slivers of Fate campaign. But before we get into that, I will pass it to the goblin across the table.
I was going to say, this feels a bit more goblin-y.
You're definitely a goblin. You are some person that didn't want to copyright infringe on any of the various established goblins. And was
My
like,
goblins have horns.
yeah, say, what if my goblin had a horn and like wrinkle face and like
Even though
greenish?
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be bone? I don't know.
It don't look like bone.
It don't look like much of anything. Nothing specific.
Nothing specific.
So last week we did not play D&D. We played raft. Yay, raft.
In honor of Typhoon. No kidding.
In honor of Typhoon,
Kind of.
we definitely did that. But then we've been kind of on a break for a while there. And we're back this week with some D&D. After today, there is, on Sunday, DC by Night, Monument of Shadows, Vampire the Masquerade, where Sam will be returning as the storyteller for our vampire friends and families. This video will go up on YouTube on Monday, and the process will begin again. However, if you like our faces and like people who like us, you can check out the RPG table on Saturdays for their Chicago by Night, and more vampire stuff there. So go ahead and give them a follow.
Way. And then, what else? Oh, we're still doing raising
Project.
money for the Trevor Project. Every time we hit another increment of $100, so we're at 135 now. So when we hit $200, I will rend Cymerk's soul from the great beyond and smash a cupcake in their face. I'll just grab their soul and just smash a cupcake. So make sure if you guys want to see that, make sure we get it to $200. No, please.
My ventriloquism's getting real good.
Okay, so that's everything, right?
As far as I know.
Okay.
No, wait, there's still more. There
Yeah,
has to be more.
there's gotta be more,
There
right?
has to be. There has to be more. Oh, look, somebody just redeemed the table hydrate. Okay, yep. We gotta do that.
Yeah, everyone hydrate up.
We're all doing the delaying. Oh, look, another look a posture check and a stretch. Whoa, that's crazy.
Okay, and now as DM, I will say we are going to ignore chat redemptions for until I'm done setting the scene. So there you go. Good attempt. I appreciate the attempt on that. So, with that being said, we go back into the world of Laplear in our Slivers of Fate campaign. Our order of tarts.
It's no longer Laughlier.
Traveling
Crylier.
Crylier.
traveling south, heading towards the city of Midway, where the Lord Regent, Lady Tybalt, resides, attempting to meet with them and plead their case and try and understand why they had this dead or alive bounty on them. We're on the outskirts of the dense forest surrounding Midway, about a day's journey left through the woods, when during the night they were attacked by, to them, an unknown source. But the unknown source, named the Jeweled Fang, knew the group. After attempting to collect on a bounty before and not willing to let a bounty go, one especially this high, traveled down the sliver and ambushed them in the dead of night. It was a hard-fought battle, and the day was victorious.
Sort of.
Except there was one tragic incident. Rin lost their life. In a flurry of anger, sadness, confusion, Claw, Typhoon, and Dragonheart raced into the woods after the Jeweled Fang, who was attempting to leave. Dragonheart, welling up all the strength they had within them, jumped into the air and let off one final breath weapon that took the Jeweled Fang down. After officially removing him from this plane of existence. And relinquishing him of all of his belongings.
Including his teeth.
Including his topaz teeth. You headed back to find Rin cradled in the arms of Teresa and Nariana. You all gathered around as Dragonheart leaned down, pulling off his mask, revealing his face, and giving his true name of Aaron before passing from this realm. So before we begin, would you like to describe Aaron's face?
No, I put the mask back on.
Sorry, it doesn't work like that.
I can.
You can,
Mask
but
back on.
they still see your face.
No, they don't. They're too sad. Too many tears in their eyes.
Teresa's eyes are too filled with tears to see anything.
Exactly. See? Okay, so moving on.
See, yep.
Could you please describe Aaron's face?
No. He's a dude.
He's a dude.
He's a dude. I mean, not sure what else to say.
What color are his eyes? What color is his
I
hair?
mean-
what
I
kind of
mean,
facial
he's-
structure? What kind of facial hair?
So he's only got like maybe some stubble. He's not exactly, it's not bearded or anything. He is younger, so he's got kind of like young. He's got his square jaw. I mean, you kind of get the general shape of his head around his mask. He's got kind of a little bit of shaggy, dark brown hair. He's got hazel eyes, if I remember right. I don't know. I mean, it's a face. It's generic NPC number 3. There's nothing really about his face. It's like identifiable. It's like, oh, he doesn't have like a scar or anything like that. I mean, that's why he exists in the mask.
Or you pull it back on over your head. And that is, now we pick back up with you. What do you all do?
Ares is crying and holding her gently, rocking her back and forth.
Claw?
Probably would rise from her knees and just like walk a little bit away from everybody and then let out like a kind of a blood-curdling scream just up at the moon.
A very
Before
feral.
Just, like, yeah, very feral, just like, and then probably would still like keep her distance away from everybody, just pacing back and forth.
I mean, you are kind of covered in blood too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're covered in blood.
What a sight.
Yeah, you're still shifted.
Mhm.
Okay, Typhoon?
Typhoon is definitely torn because, I mean, background-wise, we know he was a pirate. He's lost crewmates and stuff like that. He's kind of gotten accustomed to losing people that he cares about. But this one being so young and also bonding with them, he's reminded of losing his family. And so he's trying to fight back those tears and that choke up feeling in your throat. And he's just really clenched jaw, just staring down, thinking of what he could have done better.
Teresa?
Guys, do we know what do we do. I don't know what to do. There's usually a solution, right? There's something that could probably bring her back, right? This isn't the end. It can't be.
Her journey has ended. She's moved on to another plane.
Is there truly nothing we can do?
Pray for her soul to pass.
She's so young. This isn't fair, guys. Unfair. And I'm just gonna hold her with Nari. Just stay like that for a good long while.
Dragonheart?
After putting the mask back on, and as everyone's kind of with Rin, Dragonheart's going to do what he thinks is the adult thing to do, and he is going to go into Rin's bag and pull out the journal that she talks to her dad with.
Okay. You have that journal. This is around that time that a familiar small figure walks through the tree line. As you see Alan Checkers up here, he has a large cut on his face, and he's holding a knife. Everybody okay?
I would just spin around and stare daggers at him.
What happened?
We lost the little one.
Oh. And he'll drop his dagger and like stare in astonishment. His eyes in disbelief and mouth open, looking. What? I didn't expect that. I mean, I see how you're looking at me, MacLeod. I'm not much of a fighter. I don't really, get into combat. I mean, once everything went crazy and people started fighting, I ran into the woods. I took down a guy. There was another guy out there. He had like a crossbow. He was tucked up in one of the trees. I, threw up a quick little spell at him, and he fell down. And I just, did what I could.
It's no one's fault but our own. We were tasked to protect her, to help her through this without anything like this happening. It's nobody's fault. We were supposed to protect her.
Claw will let out a growl at hearing that, and again spin around and just go right back to pacing.
Much like an angry animal in a cage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there's anything, there's not too much I can do for y'all, but if there's anything I can do, please let me know. Do you have the the book Rin always writes in?
You can see Dragonheart is currently writing in it.
Okay, good. But I'm glad it's so good. Okay. Do we have a plan for the body? I know that's real morbid to ask.
We should try to preserve her body.
I don't know their customs. Did she tell anybody?
You would all know that Rin would never have talked about what to do with their body.
This is like Dragonheart will say, almost like in like that exasperated dad tone, like I'm handling that now. And this is
I can freeze the body and keep it together for now.
We should take her back to her father.
Oh God, what's her dad gonna think?
That is a long journey, and you guys are wanted.
Yeah, we should try to preserve her body and keep heading to the lady that I forgot her name. And they might have a way to preserve as well as a proper burial.
I mean, I have no say in this matter.
If it's okay with you guys, I'd like to do a prayer for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just nod.
Would I roll religion
You're doing a prayer, yeah? Well, what is your prayer for?
to help her soul pass to the next life in peace? That may Celine guide her. That is a 14.
With a 14, you send off your prayer into the heavens towards the moon itself in clear display. And you don't get the vibe back that Rin's spirits moved on, but you do get the vibe that Rin's spirits doing all right.
She's doing all right, guys. I can feel it.
That's good at least.
So the main question is, Dragonheart, what do you write? You don't have to give me specifics. But who are you writing to?
I'm writing to her dad.
You're writing to Luke Leopold.
Yeah, I'm trying to sound as professional as possible, but trying to convey everything that I'm trying to explain what happened. Explaining due to the unknown bounty of dead or alive placed on us by Lady Tybalt. Right, it was Lady Tybalt, right?
Yep.
Okay, I was pretty sure I got that right. We had, see. I guess I'm doing bullet points for you.
No,
you
I
can,
know what you're doing.
because I don't know. I don't want to.
I got you.
Essentially, I'm hitting on the points of the bounty. Rin has died. Dragonheart will put in there that he has failed. He understands that he's taking full responsibility because that was his job. He is saying any payment is now null and void. However, with his blessing, he would like to still get to the bottom of it. You can see it essentially at some point. He's essentially vowing revenge while still trying to explain that Rin was very precious to him in his time with her. And he will try to get to the bottom of it along with his permission. But if he would rather him to come back and face any consequences. And this is just Dragonheart, again, trying to be like that adult that he thinks his dad would be. He's trying to absorb the responsibility and put it on him and don't take it out on anyone else. You put her in my care. This is on me.
Okay. So it's almost instantaneously, as soon as you pick the pen up and you see it disappear, you all feel a presence. That you felt a presence from Duke Leopold when you were in his manor, and you felt like that he had an aura around him. The presence you feel as if a large shadowed hand is pushing gravity down around you as the moon isn't eclipsed, but there is a shadow that draws up and over the sky as through a gate that is written in very, very harsh runes opens, and you will see Duke Leopold Thorne exasperated. Just as he walks through, the wind kicks up and pushes forward. Alan kind of like gets pushed back a bit from his size and not being prepared for it. Where is my child? Where is Rin?
Oh, over here. Over here.
Just as fluid as you've seen Duke Leopold go before, as if unnaturally his cloak kind of acting as a shadow figure, pushes around and kind of pushes Nariana and Teresa, like you guys feel shunted and slid back as he slides. He's holding Rin now. As he is here, your campfire, it's kind of like the light is still there, but the pure shadows are making it seem like it is nothing but a match in a cold, empty room. As you see him weep.
As soon as Dad shows up, Claw's gonna run into the tree line. Like, she can't handle that. She's gonna dip, yeah.
And he is there weeping, the tears flowing, streaming from his face down onto Rin, as he's constantly trying to stop himself from crying and wipe off. You see he is clearing off any blood and any remains and anything, and holding Rin there.
Nari will come up and put her hand on his shoulders and say, she wasn't alone.
Nari, you should make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Second, you were like, I put my hand, I was like, oh no!
18.
18. So you're not going to take damage from this.
You touch a thing that doesn't want to be touched.
You
Touch
feel
things that shouldn't be touched.
You feel what it would feel like as if your arm were to shrivel into nothingness and turn to dust as soon as you touch him. But it does not happen. Like, yeah, that sensory hits you, but it does not affect your body. Don't try and help me, cleric.
I can't imagine the pain you're under.
Imagine the worst feeling you've ever had in your life. And that is merely a speck of sand to me. As he is speaking and talking, you feel and see shadowy, like, in Claw, you run and you're running through them. You see, like, shadow monsters, like they're just the outline of a monster in the shadows begin to pop up and creep around and dance and flicker in the small bits of light from the moon and the fire. I will do you the kindness that Rin would want me to give you, seeing as she wrote about you often, telling me many stories of what you had been through recently. I will not harbor ill will or intent towards you. It is what Rin would want. But what I will say, your next assignment from me, that you have no choice. Find who caused this, and tear them asunder.
I vow that.
I am at war.
As he says that, you just hear a thud as Dragonheart has dropped the corpse of the corpse of the jeweled fang, and you can he's trying to be, he's still in the Knoll outfit as well, so there's a little bit of that viciousness, like the job has already begun. Because he's also covered in blood from when he was holding Claw as well, so it's just this gnarled, like, Knoll dropping a corpse next to him, just with this viciousness ready for the same war.
And will find the cause of this bounty. That's the true cause of this.
I will do what I can on my end. You may not hear from me for a while. I fight now. In a fight that I promised I would not have. And he just like sits there, just on the precipice of, you see it is, he's on the razor's edge of completely losing his shit and keeping himself in Duke Leopold like mannerisms, as he weeps for a few more minutes. He will stand up, holding Rin as he has before, and holding her like when she was a baby. And as he turns, you see the lights begin to come back a bit. And he does not have the same visage he has before. It is the same structure as there. But you see his fingernails have elongated to sharp claws. His teeth are very pointed. And he has 2 large fangs. As he collects himself, and you see them begin to fade and recede back in as he turns. Report to me when it is done. Until then, I do not want to hear from you. You may use my name only in the pursuits of justice. If my name is used for any purpose other than correcting this egregious mistake, then I will see it that you are forgotten by time. And he will stand, and you will see this same gate open as he pushes himself through and closes behind him. As it does, the lights from the fire come back. The dancing shadow-like figures that were letting off kind of tiny little barks and hoots and hollers that echoed off into the nothingness, they begin to fade back as you are now left with you guys. Alan. Holy shit. That is one of the scariest people I have ever seen in my life. Does anyone need a drink?
I suggest we rest up.
Yes, we should find a place to stay.
Yeah, we need to get some sleep. How about who's ever comfortable, we just try and sleep in the cart, and who's ever awake drives, and we try and just keep moving as much as we can. Cool?
Sounds good to me.
I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go head out and also get Claw.
Immediately.
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna go do.
So okay, so
yeah.
say Typhoon and Dragonheart, you head into the tree line to find Claw. Teresa, you were saying?
Yeah, just kind of dragging my feet almost. I take what shit we had set up and put it in the cart, and just crawl in, trying to fall asleep again. So like, you know,
Okay.
Rin and I used to cuddle, and now there's nothing. So
Nari will see this and she'll go and she'll cuddle Teresa.
Okay. So when would Claw stop running?
she's out of the
Well,
campaign.
This
Gone.
is Claw's way of leaving.
Horrifying. Terrible way to do it.
And so Claw ran, and she didn't stop running.
Just kept running.
What's he, Forrest Gump?
She was running.
I was running. She'd probably run for a while until she came across like a relatively like dense-ish area with like shrubbery and like trees and stuff, and then she would just have like a nice little freak out, like tear apart the shrubbery and like scratch at the bark of the trees and like dig at the ground and stuff and just like let all of it out. So by the time that you guys find her, she's just sitting there on her knees, kind of like hunched over. She's unshifted now, but around her is just like a mess of like leaves and dirt, and like you can tell that she went real feral and like had a moment to herself because it's all just destroyed around her. But once you come across her, she'll just kind of look up at you, get to her feet and like brush her knees a little bit and just is he gone? Did he take the body with him?
Yes. We
Yeah,
have been
she's gone.
tasked, however, for a job that we cannot refuse, nor I think we will. Even if we wanted to.
Is it revenge?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Back to the campsite, shall we?
Mm.
And then she'll just kind of like start walking past you guys back to the campsite.
Hey, Ty.
Hmm?
Run ahead. I'm going to see if I can grab Claw for a moment or two.
I was actually going to do the same thing, but it's cool. Typhon probably would have attempted to like say something and choke up on his own words and just keep going.
I just imagine you like jogging up to her, just like turning and going.
No, like as she passed, he would have like turned like a turn where you raise the hand to stop the shoulder, but like you stop yourself short, and it's like it's just not right now. And then I'll go ahead since, yeah.
Alright, I would try to catch up with Claw and kind of keep pace with her for a moment and be like, Claw, I know we are trying to be strong and focus on the revenge. But if you want to talk or need anything, you know you can count on me, right?
She'll kind of slow down a little bit and keep her head down. Just thank you. I know that I have your confidence. I just. And then she'll look up at you, and there'll be like some tears welling in her eyes, and she'll just say, "It's too soon."
I know.
But thank you.
And I'll just keep pace with Claw as we head back and not push any further.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a nice silent walk.
So, you all reconvene back and begin driving back. I do believe.
I gotta look for Douglas, though.
Douglas is taken.
Douglas.
Also, if I pass by Ty, I'll just give him like a nod, like a thank you kind of like look, because she
He'll just-
probably would have noticed like the hand up, but
Yeah, it was not sneaky at all. But yeah, he would probably nod back. I feel like Ty would have a certain understanding of you because in terms of everybody else, You're the only other one that also doesn't have your family, as far as he knows. So that feeling of loss and connection, I feel, is where he wants to connect, but has trouble connecting as well.
For sure. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, you all continue your journey. I do believe that this happened on the last watch,
Yes.
which was Typhoon and Rin. So the rest of you, if you want to get your long rest, will need to sleep, and Typhoon will need to drive solo. Unless
That's
someone
fine.
would like to assist in driving and not get that full rest, I won't give you an automatic point of exhaustion, but you will not heal. You will get the benefits of a short rest.
I'll do that.
Okay, so Typhoon, you will technically complete your long rest because you'd already slept and this was your last shift. So you
Okay.
are technically completing your long rest. Everyone else will complete except for Dragonheart. So you can use your hit die to get short rest points back if you'd
okay.
like. You can say toss those dice into the health pool fire.
I also want to kind of go up to the horses and just give them a good pet and
God,
rub.
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
those
Frankie
horses are
and
pretty
Peanut.
smart. So I would just give them a pet and rub. Just simple.
Yeah, you guys have all technically talked to Frankie and Peanut through Rin. You guys have all had conversations. You technically did. You were having a jokey conversation. You were like, yeah, tell him I said this. And Rin
okay.
actually did. So you guys realize that when you guys load up and Rin is not with you, you will see, not Peanut, you will see Frankie, lock up and isn't going to go anywhere.
Can, if I notice that, can I cast Speak with Animals?
Mm-hmm.
And just... Did they say anything first?
No, you initiate it technically.
Okay. I would just let them know Rin isn't coming back.
What? What do you mean?
Rin's died, and she will not be coming back. He's moved on.
You will see both Frankie and Peanut will stand there in disbelief. You'll see they'll dip their heads, and they'll each let out a kind of a neigh and stamp their hooves, and paw hoof at the ground. Well, that's not very fair.
No, but we caught the bastard that did it, and we're gonna work on finding those that initiated this entire process that led to this.
It's got to be the fucking hags.
Well, it was someone who was flying, that's for sure.
It's the hacks. Them hacks.
Damn hawks.
Damn hacks.
It could be, and thank you for your help with that. But we will need your help, and we both to stay strong as well, so we can all get to the bottom of this.
All right. Oh, well, Dan, let's go. Okay. And they will, you'll...
Give her both good pets.
They, begin to... They're a little slow at the start. Because it's pretty obvious after Claw's talk. But they'll pick up back into regular pace as you follow along the road. And you can all hit your long rest for all, say, for those of you.
Yay.
Except for Dragonheart.
I'm tired of feeling sad.
Well,
Oh,
don't
ain't
worry.
gonna stop anytime soon.
And bad news for you.
Gonna be sad for a
Can I just
while.
Everyone roll
Let
initiative.
me out of here! Let me out of here! Let me out of here!
Everyone roll initiative again.
Damn.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, of
And
course.
can I just say, in the carriage, at first Claw will kind of sleep by herself in a corner, but slowly and eventually she'll start to move to the cuddle puddle with Neri and
Yeah.
Teresa, and then eventually she'll just be holding both of them if she can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alan is definitely not joining that.
He's just gonna sleep
I
off
don't
to
know
the
you like
side.
that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
smart
kind of coming.
choice.
He's like kind of like doing one of these.
He's like, this is not the first-hand account I want.
Yeah.
If he is,
He's
I
like,
feel
bro,
bad.
I don't
would,
know you like that.
give him a
If I
blanket
feel
or
that
something.
firsthand, I'm coming for you.
I'll give him a blanket or something. I don't know what he has, but just.
Oh no, no, you're good. He has something.
Just want to make sure he's okay too.
He's just doing a dad where
Yeah.
Sleeping on the TV again.
So you guys will all wake up, and after a few hours of traveling, you still have the rest of today to go, but you have made considerable progress. So instead of getting in the evening, you'll be getting in around the afternoon. You will be, by that point, you will be taking exhaustion. So, as you all continue your way, I imagine driving in pretty much silence. You guys will at one point feel there like a change in the area, in the sense of it's no longer wild trees that are sparsely planted and everything's higgledy-piggledy growing as at once. Everything seems to get a little bit more organized and a little bit more controlled. In the layouts of the trees, they're still natural feeling. They're not like in an orchard style where they're all in nice, neat rows, but they are in a controlled, width and depth. So you all start seeing more signs for Midway, as well as more people traveling now rather than on the outskirts where you were. And eventually you will make it to a very large, you're coming from north to south, so you will be coming to a very large gatehouse. With large pillars up for archers and soldiers to stand and point and be guard, as this is a very large set of iron wrought gate doors are in front of you that are currently one door is cracked open. So when I say large, I mean like the relative would be a semi could fit through with these if they were both open. Like they're big. And they're cracked open enough for regular people to come through. You haven't seen any carts trying to enter or exit, but they appear to have a few guards standing out front by the open door, with some also walking across this large wall. And as you see on the outside of the wall, there are various juts out from the wall that are out to a pointed like a point, and they're not made of stone. The wall itself is made of stone, but these jagged points seem to be, if you took a rose and made one of its thorns absolutely massive. And these large things are protruding out from the wall. As you're kind of with the trees, you're funneled into this clearing in front of the door. As you all approach.
Before we get too close, I'd like to wake up. Oh God, what's his name? Frankie or something like that?
Frankie's the horse. You talking about Chester?
Not
Alan
Chester.
Checkers?
Yeah,
Chester
Alan.
Checkers.
Yeah. I'd like to check with him to see, like, do we need to be worried about trying to get through these guards, or will that letter you have allow us passage?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, we're clear. As long as we show them this, we're good to go. In fact, they should, since we are in Midway, pretty much anyone who's law enforcement is going to know who you guys are. So, I'm just going to let you know.
That's what I fear.
Well, no, they're not like they're going to know who you are and they're going to try and arrest you immediately on the site. Like, kind of like they're going to let you go. Well, they're not going to let you go freely. soon as you start talking to them, they're probably gonna take you, straight there.
Hmm. Okay. Then I guess forward we go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be back here. And at this point, you are now taking a level of exhaustion, Dragonheart.
Would you like to rest?
Oh, I already
and
did
get
that.
I know. I'm just saying this is around the point when you would feel that exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
kick in.
I was like,
I'm just
wait, am I
letting-
taking a second one?
No, you're not taking a second one. I'm just like this mechanically. This is when you feel.
Okay. I was like, wait, I already did that. Wait, no, another one.
Go 6 levels more, you're dead.
Oh no, man! All right, well, more character death.
He died of a broken heart.
Chester,
I
you
mean-
should hop in front and just be ready.
My broken dragon heart.
Aw.
Front of him. Yeah, no, I really would love to, but they technically, you guys. I was supposed to deliver it, to you and accompany you, but it's.
Oh, okay. I misinterpreted. I thought it was like our attorney, basically.
Oh, I am not a lawyer.
Okay.
You are attorney.
Where's the letter? Who has it? I think you have Dragonheart, right?
Yeah, Dragonheart has a letter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, you two up front, Shiro and Dragonheart.
Get this shit over with.
As you walk up, you will see it is. One is a knoll. He's standing there. Another one is one of the other guards is a female elf, and the third one is a male Triton. They're all standing there. Like the Triton is like looking at exit paperwork and making sure everyone's good. The other two are looking at inflow. Looking at the knoll will look at you.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
And then look at the group. State your business.
Just present the letter.
Uh-huh. Okay. They kind of mumble to themselves a little bit.
Look at this mask.
Deal with it.
I can't tell if it's an insult or a compliment.
Yeah, well, he's gonna go.
Well, all right. You guys are clear to come through the gate, and you're gonna go around the corner of the watch house. And while we get someone to accompany you, I have to ask, why?
You gotta be more specific, bud. Oh.
It's cool.
It stops, Pats. Oh, that's right.
You still have the knoll.
The prize fighter thing.
Oh, you
Yeah.
win a lot.
Some days more than others.
All right. I guess if we do you intimidate people?
Yes.
Are you saying that as a question to me, or are you saying that's a question in general? Because he's gonna do an insight on that. If you're just going like yes,
Those who need it, yes.
Is he
Okay.
asking out of like guard questions or out of knoll?
No, I'm. He's a knoll, and I'm wearing a knoll
I'm
mask.
assuming out
so
of
he's
knoll
like,
questions
bro.
as well.
It's a no question.
yeah, just
All right. I guess that's
He gets the job done when needed.
okay. Okay. I was worried you were doing that to try and be cool. Not that you are cool. Good to know.
kind of asking, seeing if you could walk the walk, or if you were
Oh.
just talking the talk.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, you
Dragonheart will
wait
kind of be
on the
like,
knoll?"
okay.
Do you know what the knoll is cooking?
This mask helps me tap into those times where I need to be a little bit more.
Vicious.
Yes.
Right on. Well, I'm
I
here.
like this guy.
Well, anyway, fugitives, you can go on in.
Okay, fugitive.
I was gonna say, did he just?
You guys go on in, and you pull off to the right to the little guardhouse on the other side. At this point, there is an outward. It is, like I said, the afternoon, so it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a tiny little, like, will call type thing where, like, it's like open up shutters and it's just someone behind some glass, like a ticket booth or something.
Mm.
You guys will walk up there, and you will see a human male, mid-30s, kind of scruffy. I say that as a describe, not me. I realized I wrote this description before, and I was like, wait, no.
I mean, technically, you described me mid-30s
Yeah.
scruffy.
You can take whichever interpretation you'd like.
Whichever one helps you feel better about the character.
All right. See the order of Tata here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh god.
You short someone. Did they go home?
No. Well, yes.
In a manner.
I had to think about how to answer that. Sorry. Home. I was like, no, they didn't. Oh, yes.
I was thinking the same though. If it's okay.
Did you say
In a
yes?
manner
I
of
say
speaking.
yes.
Sadly, we've lost him yesterday. Lost in battle.
Oh. About to say, did you lose a child in the woods? And you still
No.
came here? Alright, but that makes oof.
That was a realistic. Oh shit! I just made a joke. Fuck.
Yeah, like Typhon was very stern on that. No.
Yeah.
Well, alright,
Just
well,
staring
that's,
right at it.
I'm terribly sorry for your loss. If you could just wait right over there. The person who is going to be taking you to see Lady Tybalt is not on shift quite yet. They don't work until late afternoon, evening, night time type thing. So if you just like to wait for a few hours, we don't have anyone else who's freely available to take dangerous fugitives. So feel free to wait in the lobby. There are complimentary snacks and things. We will board your horses.
Thank you.
What do you say?
Them waffles.
Oh my god, is there breakfast?
No.
Breakfast.
It is
This
in
is
the.
a continental breakfast.
It is. This is the afternoon.
Is there intercontinental breakfast?
brunch. It's a lunchtime.
Tea time?
No. You all will sit. It is a room that has some sort of decorations in it. It's not like as cold as the.
Gummy bears and Skye.
It's not as cold as Sunrise, where you stayed in that holding area. This is a little bit nicer. As you sit and wait for a few hours, is there anything specific you guys do?
Is there alcohol?
No.
Why would they give alcohol to the dangerous fugitives?
Nari will just spend time in prayer and just kind of like meditating and stuff.
Alan at one point will be like, wait, why am I sitting here? I can technically go do other things to help. I don't need to be in here. I'm not wanted.
I'll go with
I
him.
mean-
You,
Oh, yeah,
Nari,
you're-
you were added onto the second bounty.
Oh, I was?
Yes.
Oh, that's news to me.
Yes, you were on the second double bounty, where the bounty said it was double what it was.
We do appreciate all you've done for us.
Yeah, thanks.
Hopefully, we will see you again.
He will catch that laugh from Claw.
Oh, I thought that he was saying that to Nariana. Like, appreciate all you've done for us getting added to the second bounty.
No,
that was my
no,
bad.
I thought you were making that. I thought you were making that laugh to Alan to be like, haha, yeah, you really did stuff.
Oh no! It was yeah.
Thanks for your help, checkers.
Fucking idiot. You didn't do shit.
Or Chester.
Alan Checkers.
Checkers, my bad. I said Chester.
Chester was the poor boy, poor stable
Poor
boy.
Star-
That's right.
The horrible
stable
boy.
The one-handed boy.
He's got a hand back now.
He's just
at
missing
this
a
point.
finger.
Does
Well,
he
his
really?
he's in working condition now.
I want to see him. I feel so bad still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and-
I just wanted to thank him for basically getting that letter to us from that first time we were locked up, and then just, I guess, guiding us throughout the journey.
I mean, yeah, doing what I can. I mean, I say I'm doing this for people who did try to do a good thing and try and help somebody, and I understand what you're doing, and I support everything I've heard about you, and
For the story, right?
Yeah, what a story.
Yeah,
All for the story.
well, not all for the story. The story is pretty good. I'll give you that. I'll give you the story is real good. There is now a definite hook.
Dead child.
Yeah,
Hell.
just share the gloriousness of Ren.
Of Ren. Yeah, that was kind of my plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go check them out. I will be back later. Hopefully, I'll make sure I am at the Regent's office later if I somehow miss you here. So, right,
Thank you.
Don't have too much fun.
I'll try. And
no
he,
promises.
yeah, he will leave. There are playing cards. There are some board games and things you guys could theoretically play. I don't think y'all are in the mood to be like Yahtzee.
No,
Are you sure?
not one bit for me.
Coloring book of swear words.
Fuck shit down.
Claw would probably just be staring at her feet the whole time. Maybe have a couple of snacks, but she's just gonna be despondent.
Typhoon would probably be like one of his nervous ticks, either playing with like a medallion or playing with the dagger. Not a medallion because they'll probably take the dagger.
Okay.
I am working topaz teeth into a necklace.
Oh,
I
that's so
love
scary.
it. I love it.
I
That's
knocked
gonna be
out all
so
his teeth.
fucking metal.
I'm gonna wear him as a badge of fucking honor and as a
Hell
reminder
yeah.
of who. Of,
Oh wait, you missed a spot. There's still some gum on that one.
Some
starts gnawing on the two.
Ooh, I would you make cause.
Oh.
I think well, not only is it from someone's mouth, it is also a Dale.
diseased.
Huh? Am I
don't think
immune
not
to
yet.
disease yet? I don't think so. No, not yet.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do that yet.
Okay, fine. I won't do it yet.
Try and get some rest. I'll let you know when they call for us. If you're able to, that is.
I wouldn't get along. We'd have to be here for 8
Give you
hours.
another short rest.
I
But
know,
that-
but I would still say it.
That doesn't get rid of because exhaustion only goes away with
It's
the
long
long
rest.
rest.
But you are correct, Typhoon. It is still a moment where Typhoon is trying to let
Yeah.
Dragonheart know.
Yeah.
Take it easy, bud. You can take a rest now.
I can rest later.
Hey, Nari. I'd probably say that like after she's been having her like prayers and stuff, like just
Not just interrupted immediately. Dear moon god. What?
I've been having a bit of introspection. I mean, I know you said you're literally here for me. I was just wondering if you had a moment to talk.
Of course. What's on your mind?
I've just been thinking ever since that night, and like I couldn't do anything.
None of us could.
What my dad taught me with this tinkering and creating, and I'm not gonna call it bullshit, but none of it helped at all. I don't know. I feel lost.
At times like these, you will feel lost, but you have to believe that something greater is at purpose.
I mean, we're here for revenge, right?
You're here for a
I mean-
purpose. It may not be. It may be more than revenge.
I want to contribute.
You do.
Can any of us
Yeah.
overhear this conversation?
It depends how quiet are you guys trying to be. The room is, it's not a small room, but it's not a large room. But if there was a whispering going on, then
Is it like an echoey state hall?
kind of.
So
But there
yeah,
are chairs and
people
some pads
probably
in there, but yeah.
Echo.
So yes, you guys would hear this.
My bad.
I mean, sure, yeah, my dad taught me a bunch of useful shit. But for what we're trying to do, I mean, I'm gonna be honest here, none of it really clicked with me. I was just kind of going along with whatever the fuck he was saying. I wasn't really. I mean, I love my dad, but he never. He never taught me anything useful.
Well, then we'll train. We'll train you up, make you feel more prepared. There's only so much you could do, but life comes and it goes. And that's just part of life. It's not something you can prepare for.
I can't help but thinking, running things through my mind, scenarios. What if I had been able to do something back there?
You can't live your life with what ifs. Everything happens for a reason. We may not ever know it, but everything happens for a reason.
No disrespect, but those platitudes don't sound very helpful right now.
I understand. It's how I was
Sorry.
raised, to find a power in a supreme being. Because everything isn't in our control. We can only control so much of our lives.
I think I'm gonna try and find another way, reinvent myself, as to speak. Because where I am right now, I don't like it.
That's understandable. It's a tragic event.
And I think I'm just gonna lean into Nari. Just,
Typhoon wants to talk to.
you wanna talk?
Yeah. A Typhoon. Oh, crap, I lost part of my train of thought. A Typhoon would want to say that no amount of training or preparation can prepare you for what is outside in that world today. We can train and fight and try to be prepared for fights, but one day the odds will be stacked up against us. And no matter what we do, there's nothing we can do about that. Death doesn't discriminate between sinners or saints. It takes, but we have to keep living, and we have to rise, and sometimes we'll fall, sometimes we'll make mistakes, but we need to find those reasons to keep living and fighting on. Everyone dies at some point, but to live on sulking is not going to cherish their memory or help us in any type of way. We need to keep fighting through it and cherish their memory in the ways that they want us to live.
Well said, Typhoon.
It's just my own personal experience.
Thanks, Ty.
I know technically, Claw, you said you were solid looking down at your feet. Does hearing that conversation stir anything from you, or?
She'd probably give a little, just like a, like kind of to herself. But if you're listening, you can hear her. Like she's listening and everything, and she just kind of had like a, sort of like an accidental response to it, sort of. But it did resonate.
Is it more like a scoff or like a realization?
More like a realization of just like,
Okay.
yeah, not like a fuck you, but just like
That's
a,
what I was saying. It's like
Oh, yeah,
depending on
no.
which one. depends on
Fucking
what I-
positivity and shit.
fucking positivity and shit.
Fuck your
Fucking
positivity.
Fuck your
no, but just-
positivity.
I mean, at that, then maybe, even if he might think it's not a scoff or a scoff, he will probably go a little bit more, I don't want to say dark-ass, but like, but we will find those fuckers who set this up for us, and we will fucking kill them.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad I got you guys.
We're basically a family now. We need to look after each other. We're in this together.
We're all.
We're all in this together.
Break out in a flash mob.
You guys want to break dance in the middle of the floor?
Rocks fall,
That'd be
everyone dies.
Okay. After a few moments of you all sitting there, you will hear the sound. You guys hear the sound of a bag, like hitting the floor, like not from a high height, just like a, thwomp, like that softer, like tossed from a low height down to the floor. A bag that is like a greenish toned cloth to, like tied up with like a bright pink like rope.
Santa?
Says property of Rin Thorn.
What?
With a note attached to it.
Where is it tossed from?
You just see it appear. Like you guys aren't looking at it. You just hear a thump, and it is in the middle of the floor.
I expect it for traps.
Oh, crap.
I don't trust anything right now.
Well, you see on the note it has the seal of the Thorn household on it.
Okay, just kidding.
Claw would probably make her way over there and read the note at least.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
approach.
Um,
Or I will approach. That's
the note is written in very fine, finely written penmanship, and it reads, "To the Order of Tarts. After contemplation and understanding, I think these belong with you more than they do with us. Signed, Horace," which was Rin's kind of like best friend, butler, who was always who always took care of Rin. Yeah. That one.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I
remembering
remember
him.
him from his voice. I just
Gave us
remember his
etiquette
voice.
lessons.
That's all. It always makes a DM feel good when someone's like, "I know exactly what character you're talking about."
I remember the voice that you made. It was so distinct.
It was Edward Farrell.
Man, that's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut for me.
Yeah. Okay, so inside, you will find in no particular order of anything. You will find
Well, I don't trust that statement.
the tarts, both great and not great. You'll find one potion of healing. I have this list, no way if you guys need it again. You will also find a basic crayon set.
Oh no.
Ink. The pet rock. A scroll of color spray.
Oh, jeez.
A small trinket box with a ballerina.
Oh no!
And in that box is the ruby necklace. That
The one.
Oh.
that one that you helped deliver and make. And the Orzhov Guild signet ring. In terms of money, you find 43 pieces of gold.
It feels wrong to divvy up his stuff like this.
It really does.
You will notice that there is not the gold bracelet.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. Out of character.
Yeah.
It's almost like that would have been a problem for us.
Right.
Orzhov Guild, what is that? I can't remember.
Orzhov Guild, it's a different world, but technically the item has the same name. I didn't want to try and rename a guild thing, and that would be a whole other thing to open up into.
Like that just made me more confused, but okay.
Don't worry about it. It's from Magic the Gathering.
Don't worry about it.
Of course.
I was just saying, does that name hold anything to us?
No, not in this world.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
You guys made jokes. I would like 2 people to make me a history check.
History, not me.
I got
I'm
a
negative
negative
0.
one.
I have a +1.
I have a -1, and I'd be doing it at disadvantage.
Wait, what's yeah, you would be. What's Claw got?
+1.
Okay, +1ers go.
All right, let's do
Oh
this.
my god, I
We don't have brain cells.
Okay, so-
in your brain. It's all just mush.
Shit.
God is good today.
I got a nat 20
I got
Oh.
a nat 20
on
also.
history.
Oh shit.
2020 vision!
I don't
Alright,
know why
um,
Claw would
Holy
do good
shit.
on history.
Well, no,
Oh, yeah.
you're. It's now. There's. I can make it a reason why. That's. So,
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
paying attention to, thinking about it, you each have a different realization using your own specialties. You know, Typhoon, you see that you were given pretty much every nice fancy piece of jewelry that Rin has received and, wanted to share with you guys. But also, like, anything nice, you don't see, the gold band. You know that Rin didn't want to take it off, but Rin loved it. And you got a bunch of stuff that Rin had and loved, and that now it's yours. So you realize, looking at, like, the overall value and the meaning behind all of these pieces, taking in some of your, appraisal training you're taking it all together, and you realize that gold band wasn't there when you guys were cradling Rin.
So that just hits me right now.
That you guys realize that right now, in the moment, with everything going on. There's no way you would have noted. But in going back in hindsight and thinking about it, and thinking about, what, Duke Orthol said. No, sorry, Duke Orthol. Duke Leopold said, and everything. You're remembering seeing Rin, and there was not a gold band. Now, Claw, you also are looking at all this stuff, and as you do, your mind flickers between, this is everything that of Rin's that, you can hold with you, and it's kind of, thinking about your small village of Haven, and, going through the wreckage and finding things, and you flash between that and the last moment you have with Rin, as the last moment you have with your family, the last moment you have with Rin, and you realize, looking at all this stuff and looking at the trinkets and taking in, using your acuity for picking up details in like minute movements and things in tracking. You remember what Rin looked like, and you remember that gold band that Rin would never take off, never let you guys take off. and got at the birthday party was not on their wrist.
Do you remember it not being there before Leopold, before Leopold came?
Yes, thinking about it, as you guys start, retracing back, you, like I said, you remember it wasn't there when you guys were all huddling with her.
Huh. Does anybody see the gold band anywhere in here?
I just thought about it. I don't remember seeing that on her body either.
Yeah, it's like when she passed. I don't remember seeing it even before her father came and got her body. And if it's not in here,
We had suspicions of it as well.
I remember who gave it to her, but Woodclaw.
I mean,
And with
yes, because you are here. This was given to by Lady Tybalt and Yara Tibaldo, so the reason you're here. So you would probably be like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
What if this has something to do with our bounty?
But what? Like. And then
You-
I'll just get really contemplative.
We really need to meet with
Yeah.
I just had a quick question too. The not so great tarts, were those the ones that Rin and I made?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the tarts. I'll just kind of scoop them up. I don't know if anybody would have any objections to that.
I
Yeah.
don't think anyone would. In fact, I think everyone assumed you'd take them anyways.
I'm too tired.
It's not my
I took
thing.
TV.
Dragon TV.
Jack and
Guys?
BB.
Yeah?
This music box, Typhoon, you remember it, right? It's the one that I was originally sent from Felodin to give it to Rin on their birthday. So
That was a necklace.
It was both the neck it held.
the
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's the music box with the necklace inside. I don't know. It feels weird taking back a gift that I gave.
I think you should take it.
Think of it as part of her is one to you now.
You sure?
I don't mind at all.
This doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel right, but I
It's
guess
up to
we'll
you.
take it.
I'd say it belongs to you more than anyone else here.
That's true. All right. In that case, I'll take it.
Okay. If you guys
Music box. with
divvy
ruby
everything
necklace.
up, which you guys can go over to in the break.
Okay.
You will be approached by a different individual who, it's been a few hours. All right. They should be arriving shortly, so if you guys want to wait for them out front with your cart, you guys can go ahead and do that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Can I steal a pack
You
of
just
cards?
whatever. No, I'm kidding. Is
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
there anything shiny? Oh.
This isn't shiny.
Is anything shining? Oh. 15.
Yeah, you swipe one.
Still all the posters.
That it would be
Especially
more
if they
noticeable
were-
than
I'm
one
kidding, I'm
of
kidding.
You're just walking all crinkly.
Still the noise.
Yeah, just every step is a
Just
crinkle.
roll it into my
Freaking
pant
love
leg.
it.
No one will ever know. Is that a post in your pocket? You just happen to see me.
I am elated.
Oh.
Just runs away. You guys wait outside, and it is now night. It is like evening, nighttime. It's a little bit of cloud overcast, but every so often the stars will peek through. You guys can't really see much of the city, but you can hear the bustle of movement and people, playing music out in the streets, individuals walking up and down, various, businesses having, calling out to other people. This city of Midway is alive. And you also see a map next to you, like one of those boards of the map of the city that, marks things off. So I posted it for you guys to see in the proper channel. You guys are at the very top. So
I don't see anything.
it's under the maps.
Oh, I didn't get a notification. That was weird.
So you guys are at the north right now, at the top of the city. With you guys can hear mostly what you can hear is the bustle of these tinier city blocks close by, but there is a little bit of distance between the guardhouse and everything else. As you hear off, you guys are kind of out front, and off in the distance you just hear, "Finally you show up for your shift. Come on." And that is where we're going to take our break. So we will
break.
be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Bye-bye. Titty biscuits.
Hello and
Oh, yeah?
welcome back.
Oh.
Oh, the stream is not where it's supposed to be.
Oh,
One moment, let me fix that.
did they hear me say titty biscuits?
Well, you just said it again, so...
So maybe?
They are very nice biscuits.
Maybe?
Titty biscuits.
They're the best biscuits.
Right?
Being dumb.
I know, right?
Got to do a little bit of
Fresh
work.
out the
'cause
oven and everything.
it's been
I
a little
wasn't so
stupid.
sure.
Man, it's
Yeah,
stupid.
stupid.
Won't be perfect, but
Stupid.
we will be visible. And that's what matters most. I don't know why Discord, the capture will sometimes just change where everything sits willy-nilly,
Oh
it's
my
good on my screen.
goodness.
but it just
Because
does
it
that.
can.
Yeah.
We all
No, it
look a
doesn't.
little-
On Streamlabs, it'll do it. But we're good now. So,
Yeah, this is fine.
you all hear... finally you show up for your shift. Come on. You've been waiting for this. You talked about it all week. I can't wait to take those people and stand around all day. As you all see approaching is the one of the young human guards we're walking over with.
You will also see a very tall, 6'9", half drow, with light gray skin with almost like light bluish tints to it, with dark blue hair that's very messy and kind of pushed forward a little bit. You'll see he's wearing rounded glasses, and his eyes are like this bright red. He's dressed very well in like this deep red tailcoat, with like purple and dark blue linings, along with like a little bit of the what is it called? Like the frills, like the ascot kind.
Yeah.
No, not an ascot, like the
I know it. I know
The
it's called,
frilly?
yes.
The pirate ruffle shirt?
yeah, the pirate ruffle shirt kind of thing.
I don't know if you... Do you?
I don't know if you've got them
And
or
my
not.
new art.
And he just kind of walks in like, standing like very straight up and tall, well postured.
I don't want him.
All right, guys. This will be your escort. This is John Tesserin, one of our special investigators. John, you would know that they call you the special investigator because you talk to ghosts and you talk to dead things, and so everyone makes fun of you because that's like, as they call it, that's
John's
the
part of the SVU, the Spectral Victims
Spectral-
Unit.
And so it begins.
Dun dun!
They would make fun of you because they would consider that to be more northern half type of magic. So they're not really like, they're cool with it because it gets the job done, but you very definitely clash with the aesthetic.
Fair.
And he will clap you on the back of on the back. All right, have fun. And he will walk away.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello there.
It's, I am aware that this is an interesting predicament, but it is truly a pleasure to meet you. I hope your journey here wasn't too terrible.
Let's
Sure.
just get on the way.
Typhoon, do you just start walking?
No, I'm just gonna say it because I don't know where we're going, so I can't kind of just start
He's
walking.
like, I want this to end. Let's just
I
go.
want to start
He
talking.
just starts walking in a random
But I
direction.
also don't want to start explaining the whole thing all over again. Like, see, what had happened was,
See what happened.
But like,
was-
he's definitely like, I feel like the whole party probably was giving that like solemn, like,
Yeah.
it didn't
just
go well
Very
vibe.
awkward. Very awkward. Just
Dragon
steady
energy.
stating.
That's
yes.
fine. So hearing you just kind of say like, let's just be on the way, they'll just say, very well then, please follow me, and I'll have you there shortly.
So you all have to lead the horse. You have to walk the horses. You cannot, take the horses and ride in the carriage the entire way.
Can I walk?
Have some claw, would you
I was gonna
mind?
say, can I walk both of them or just one at a time?
Yeah, no, you can do. You can. But they still are harnessed up by the carriage. You're just walking them. You're walking next to them. Like one of them was
okay.
you're walking one. You're holding the lead for both. You guys go pretty much due south from the guard's office. It takes you a little bit of time, and as you walk, the city of Midway has beautifully made cobblestone streets with various at this point, in the evening, torches are coming on and various forms of magical and non-magical lights begin to erupt throughout the city, and the light pours out from windowsills and doorways as various bars and restaurants and even homes sit with open doors and windows as this. It's still a cool autumn breeze, but now that you're further south, there's a little bit of, more warmth to it as it, comes past you. And looking around as you see, and you can see the ones at the other end of the city are very, very, very small compared, but the one closest to you is at the corner of the city, where it angles off. You will see a very large windmill is spinning. Yeah, you see it's imagine with the wind flow through here, and so however they worked with the trees, they have made tunnels for this wind to come through and collect power from it for whatever reason. As you head further south, you will see kids playing in the street, chasing things. Every so often, a resident of the city will look to John and be like, Mr. Chessarin.
Ah, good morning. Good evening. I just woke up.
He said, sleep in again, did we?
I did. Yes. Late nights.
As you do.
Of course.
And continues along. Areas people are regarding and saying hello as you walk. So if there's anything you'd like to talk about while you walk, you're able to.
What exactly is it you do, Jessarin?
Oh, I am a private investigator. What is exactly that you do, Miss Nariana?
I'm a cleric.
Oh.
And of
Can
course,
sorry. I was just gonna ask if I could insight the third private investigator. Like,
You would not know what that word means.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say, like, Claude would definitely be like, what the, like.
You can insight it. Oh, you can roll with that insight.
I'll just
They
check
investigate
just to
things
see.
privately.
Yeah. Oh, I got a 10, so I'll just assume that I was like.
You assume that it is some important title. You are on the precipice of, is it someone who investigates, like military privates, or is it someone who investigates
What's in your
private.
pants?
Investigate these nuts.
Yeah, like you're like there's something. He works for the guards, so it's something. But what could it possibly be? So it's
Yeah,
not
okay.
really anything.
Claw's just real confused with that. Okay, cool.
Well, you seem very well known here.
Well, I do live here.
I mean, it's fair, but not everyone knows the same people in their town. Well, I can't
Damn,
actually out of character.
spicy.
How big is this city?
The city is, I mean, for what it is rather large. It's not it's not like a super city like Duskbell was, where it had like the multi layers and like it took you hours to get across. It's not that big. No,
Is it
Is
one
it
of the
like
ones
San
that like
Francisco?
everyone knows each other? Then
it's one where public figures would be known.
okay. And
So
that's-
someone who is a public figure and constantly
Gotcha.
working with the general public for various means would be pretty well known.
okay, gotcha. Oh, good stretch.
But no, not everyone doesn't know everybody.
Hmm.
Anything else?
Lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Were you just like randomly assigned to us, or do you have like a?
We're investigating the whole situation.
Oh, nothing quite like that. I'm not assigned to your case necessarily. It was more of a situation of special choosing.
You hear in your mind special.
I have questions there, but okay.
I say only John hears it.
I know, but that's not so.
Out of character.
I'm uncomfy.
We're in danger.
We're in danger.
Ah.
Yes, but however, I have heard of your group quite
The
quite
Order
a
of
bit.
Tarts.
Yes, the Order of Tarts. I was curious. What exactly your titles? It's well, I'm aware of what a pastry is. I'm just curious as to why the titles are Order of Tarts.
Does Rin really like tarts?
Rin, yes.
The
So somebody liked tarts, and you decided to call yourselves the
Another one.
the Tartan Order. Is this?
Yeah.
Yes, the young
Yeah.
one
Would you
that
like to-
traveled with us. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, would you like to
Yes.
try one? And I'll pull out one of the shitty tarts.
They look not as great, but they do like the look of them is like they were handmade.
Would you like to try?
But the bad part is the insides.
I'm not saying that they're shitty. You don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
so-
no, no, no.
Oh, I'm
We're
just
not telling
describing-
you if it's going to be shitty.
I was gonna say, would my passive with my passive investigation of 23 grant me
Yeah, see,
grant me
okay.
some more insight on that?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's yeah. So now I say,
Since
I
it's
say
sassy.
as put in chat, John is serving up dunks today. You were all the ball, just slam it in the
Yo.
net. I do know what pastries are. Dunks,
That's dope.
I live here. Dumb.
dunks.
Oh, real?
Yeah, dope, John.
So yeah, you would tell that this is through the subtle like looks of
Guess who's not getting that scroll?
especially, I mean, even with your 15 insight, you get the subtle like look of how Claw's handing it to you and looking at it. You look and you notice that bottom raw, dry but raw, top overdone. Just these are not like things that you're noticing as you're like looking at it and like factoring in what's being handed to you by a complete stranger.
He'll kind of, wave it off, just like, oh no, thank you. I appreciate the offer. It's very kind of you. I did, however, eat not too long ago, so perhaps another time.
Someone with actual brains.
Just in my head, grateful bastard.
Not
Right
realizing
at
Claw was different, give the worst one.
Don't
At
give a
that,
shit.
I'll feed it right to the horses.
Oh my god.
Days.
I love this horse.
That was an aggressive horse now.
Frankie, he fucking loves us.
I know.
He loves those almost as much as he loves murder.
He loves murdering. Look, Frankie is he's a three-dimensional character. It's just his main dimension is anger.
Just a simple one.
Haux.
That damn hacks.
Damn
As you guys continue walking, you pass by this large, fairly ornate compound. It would be on your left. Jean, you would know this is the guild house. You know, pretty much the city's tax company slash money flows in and out. Treasury's all there. This is very ornate. It has higher walls, but they're not so high that you couldn't, scamper over and climb over and everything. You do see individuals are walking around in an orderly fashion. But for most of the roads and all this place around here being cobblestone and various, earthen buildings, and not much of the flora exists here compared to, Sunrise or Dusk Bell or Zephyrus or any of these. This is very much like a city with it's mostly been grasses, everything's gone. It is mostly cityscape as you can know it, as you ordinarily know it. But around this and a few other key buildings that you've passed are outstretched, like patches of grass around with small trees and bushes and things that gives like a sense of importance and care given to these buildings rather than the rest of the city. Like, not saying that the city looks bad, saying like these get extra special care. The city gets its basic care, and these buildings get extra care. Yeah, as you, John, you walk by, you will hear, "Out for a little walk."
Who's this? Do I recognize this?
It's just one of the other guard members who is on tonight's patrol duty around the. He's on top of the wall.
Yes, just a completely unimportant walk.
Oh, that's right. You get to take the fugitives there.
That's right, I certainly do. If you excuse me, I need to continue on.
Do I need to roll an insight for this, or like?
What are you trying to insight?
This like snarkiness
I'm gonna punch so many people.
Oh, like from the
between the two, like
oh.
This person seems to not like John for some.
Yeah, you can roll me insight.
Okay. That's not the best. What's my insight? That's a
That's
13?
not the best.
You could tell that there is a little bit of a, now seeing multiple guards poke some fun. You will notice that it's not that they look down and are mean to John, but they're not ashamed of of reveling in John's apparent suffering of doing this job. It's like there's a respect, but also like, suck it, nerd. So
What's wrong with them?
Just make mental note of that.
Oh, they're jealous. Don't worry.
They're jealous.
I need to insight that one too, because that sounds like a lie.
can if you want.
F it, sure. Why? Where'd my dice go? Why not?
Sai, is your friend?
Oh, that's 22.
He is not. I specifically did not mention him.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, with a natural 1, you know that's a lie.
I'm just like, okay.
You continue walking. The swafts and smell of city life, to some of you, is a very welcome embrace. To mainly Claw, it's not as great. Nariana, the smell for you is not the same kind of town or city that you're used to. You're used to yours being, in harmony and living up north, where a lot of the, towns and buildings were an ebb and a flow of harmony of nature and life cycle. Well, this is very much more leaning in the direction of modern building practices and not so much care. Dragonheart, this is perfectly fine with you. You're just like, it's a city.
Another city.
Typhoon, you've heard stories about Midway in your youth, but you never really, you never went there.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that your parents would tell you that they would go to Midway for trips and work. But,
Yeah.
And Teresa, this feels like a standard city to you.
Yeah.
You know, they don't. The
it's just-
technology isn't anything impressive. They're using basics on stuff, but it is what it is.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, as you guys continue to walk, you eventually reach to where you notice a fairly large river. Well, part of a river at this point. It cuts straight through the center of Midway. Where this river, it enters in on the west, flowing eastbound as it divides, and you look across this half of the river to see a very large landmass covered in grass and trees and various, fruiting plants and flowering bushes. You will see a very, very large looking estate building. And to its left, you will see an older manor that appears to be, kind of one of the original buildings of the area. Old, tall, grand. Now,
Haunted
mind you,
shack. Got it.
not really as. What'd you say?
Haunted shack.
The haunted shack that's on the.
Yep. It appears to be. It's not nearly as grand as Duke Leopold Dorn's entire castle mansion, but it is a rather large. You could probably have a family of 10 or more in it that could live very comfortably with space. You'll see people tending, even in the evening. People are lighting torches around the property as it begins to light up across the river. On the other side, to your right, you will see what appears to be smaller estate type looking buildings, very nice, orderly, neat, and you see various robed individuals carrying scrolls and books walking in between the buildings before heading into the large main. And there is at this point the bridge is up. It is not been lowered down. The bridge is up. As you approach, you would know that Greg, one of the just standard guards, he doesn't really have an important title. He would be on duty on this side to give the all clear for it to drop.
Before we do that, John will kind of turn to the group and just sort of say, before we continue on, is there any information perhaps that you would like to know about where we're going?
We're going to see Lady Tybalt, aren't we?
Yes. I wasn't sure if you... I'm not really privy to where some of you are from, so I'm not entirely certain if you know... and if there's any customs you're uncertain of or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of out of the sliver. Is there anything I should know?
Are there any special customs?
So, Lady Tybalt, you would know, you've met with Lady Tybalt a few times, especially for, VIPs who have brought loved ones, their bodies or bones or remains to you specifically. People from around the country, like lower half of the sliver, Lady Tybalt kind of uses you as propaganda or to make herself look good, especially since she's new into the Midway and being in charge. Also, you were the previous Lord Regent. You had a fairly professional relationship with, so you would know that with this meeting, Lady Tybalt is expecting them to confess or explain what's going on. Now, Lady Tybalt is very much wanting to, being in that new position, show that they're in control. So they demand people bow, only speak when spoken to, be courteous. They kind of like the usual stuff, but especially you understand the gravity of the situation, being a part of the government technically.
So in response to Teresa's question, he'll say, well, you will be expected to be polite and respectful. bow upon entering as the lady receives you. And it would be really in your best interest to confess or to provide as much detail as you possibly can in your defense. To that note, being direct is often preferred over vague sentiments as such.
Got it.
I forget. What are we being like charged with again?
You don't have a list of specific charges. If you're asking DM, you don't have a list of specific charges. If you're asking John, that's a different answer.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not gonna ask John. I'll just be quiet.
Fuck this guy. I don't know him.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
He works with the lady who's trying to execute us right now.
He's gonna
He
dunk on
works
us
for the
again.
man.
Yeah.
I can't afford to get dunked on again.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's already been
if we're gonna play ACAB, like it's fine. Like I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
A
cab, but also like, you know. So as you approach, John,
Greg.
Squidward.
hey, Squidward.
Greg.
Okay, so
Everybody just hates you.
oh, you're with them.
Wait, did you say that?
Yes, I'm with them.
I do.
With the fugitives, you want me to be nice? Look, I'm stuck in this for 12 more hours.
Oh, well, you know what you could do to help yourself pass the time?
Go fuck yourself.
You could do your job.
And this is why I don't invite you over for poker night anymore. You're just mean to me.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being practical. Doing your job will busy your mind, will help you pass the time quicker.
Do you know how many people want to come through this way? None. They're all from the
Well,
south.
you have some right now.
Some wanted fugitives.
Yes, which I am under direct order to deliver them. So help me do my job by doing your job, please.
He'll reach down in his booth and lift up, pull a lever, and you'll just see a large flag pop up behind him before a few moments go by, and then the, bridge begins to come down and connect and drop. There you go.
Thank you, Greg. By the way, you should really keep an eye on Tully. He counts cards.
That son of a bitch stole 200 gold from me.
Damn.
After we get out of earshot, I just want to. My character's like, I like the way you handle things.
Most people don't.
No, I like it. Nice personality.
For now.
It's like condescending, but in like a cool way.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, it's not fun to be on the other end of it, but
Dragonheart's
it
like,
gets
fuck
very
this guy.
entertaining.
We've already established that Dragonheart does not.
Fuck the system.
Dragonheart is ACAB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fair.
Dragonheart is
That's good.
ACAB
That's good.
and fuck the system. Yep.
No, I'm all for sarcasm and stuff like that. I love it.
As you cross the bridge, as you finish getting across, you will see one of the attendants come over, and we will take the cart and horses from here.
Oh, thank you.
And they'll come over and they will look to Claw the reins.
Okay. And then I'll hand him over.
Come along now. A nice big carrot. Walks them, and you'll see there is a decently large stable over here. Now your cart, your actual physical cart, is kind of doesn't fit in, but the horses do have a stable they can go into.
They like tarts.
I knew somebody was gonna say it. I knew someone was gonna say it.
Gonna look at you.
Do you have any extra tarts you would like to leave for your horses?
Yes, I guess I'll leave them with the stable masters, and then I'll hand over the rest of the crappy tarts that I have.
Their
You
horses have
classic
been through a
tarts.
lot recently. A long travel. They deserve the extra
All right.
tarts.
That can't be good for them.
I wouldn't think so, but apparently they rather enjoy them.
As he walked in front of them with the tarts, they're like, stamp.
Give me the fucking tart.
As John is like sitting there in his brain, like, what is in those tarts? Got like horse crack, like
Horse
Should've had
crack.
mine a one.
Right. It's got love, god damn it.
damn
Friendship.
my one weakness. Love.
They take the horses and put them in the stable as you continue to walk. There is a large stone staircase that goes up and splits around, as there is this large there's a large statue of a woman in robes reaching up towards the sun. You would see that this is Nariana, you would know this is a depiction of your goddess. The depiction is in the matter of she collects the sun and puts the moon up. Like that's like it's a symbol of day transitioning into night. But in this instance, it is her taking you see the moon is not being brought out. She's putting the moon back and putting the sun up.
Here comes the sun.
Before we go in, can I incite the party to just get a general attitude check? Yes.
Oh, vibe.
Okay,
check.
so if you would not like to have your true feelings known, you will give me deception. We will go one at a time, and I'll ask you. If you're going to, you can roll now deception, and I'll go through and ask you each individual, and then we will get John's.
Okay.
So, John, you can roll your insight if you'd like, and then whoever's trying to hide their feelings, I'll go around. Nariana?
No.
Well?
I got a 19 in deception.
19. Typhoon?
I have a question.
I have an
What
answer.
if I'm not necessarily trying to hide them, but focus on the matter at hand?
There's
More of
still,
like
you'd be
subduing
showing
them?
whatever you're focused on.
Okay, then I'm not gonna hide it. I just show that I'm focused on this right now. But there's probably a lingering, like something there.
Something driving the focus. Teresa?
Yeah.
4.
Baronhart?
I'm not. I'm just tired and angry.
He's like, I'm
Yeah.
exhausted, I'm
16.
tired, I'm hungry.
16. All right. So with the 19, you won't pick up on Claw. Claw is pretty stone faced. You will pick up on Teresa. What is Teresa's vibe?
She's trying to hide the fact that she's kind of been through a lot with focusing on things at hand, but you can tell that she's not doing super hot.
Super hard.
And I'm assuming that with that, in collaboration, perhaps with Dragonheart's vibe, I think it would probably be appropriate. John will kind of lower his voice a little bit again and just say, I understand that you've been through a fair amount of trauma recently. I'm aware that your feelings may be raw, but I would advise that you do keep your emotional balance in check, as to the best of your capabilities.
I know. Thank you. I know.
And I'll be keeping a close eye on Dragonheart from here.
I was gonna say the man that's radiating heat.
No, I know exactly how you are,
Just-
sir. I will be
Say,
keeping a close eye
With
on
you
you.
saying that, John, you would recognize that it's warm. It's a city. It has a radiating heat. But walking next to Dragonheart, you do feel it's not like you're going to start sweating, but you do feel like there is definitely a little bit of a radiating heat.
Local hot boy.
Can I radiate cold?
Local hot boys in your area.
Local hot boy in your area. Run.
So okay, I'm feeling him radiating heat. I'm feeling his anger. So specifically to Dragonheart, John's just gonna be very quiet with this and just sort of say, think about what would best honor her. She doesn't seem the type for anger.
Just like this slow, he's been looking down, really. I just turned to look at his tall ass and just be like, no.
Right.
She had me for the anger.
Oh boy.
I can see that.
And
And I suppose you had her for the joy and the tarts. All I'm suggesting is that you try to carry that with you.
Well, I'm carrying a lot with me right now.
I understand. And he'll leave it at that?
Okay, Dragonheart, buddy, let's go. Wrap my arm over your, wrap my arm over your shoulder and take you with me.
Come, Grandpa, back to the inn.
You will see next to you is just like the hand, like trying to be like, no, it's okay. Like trying to confront, like comfort, but obviously because of the how it works, can't.
Do I when I talk to them, it's verbal, right? It's not like a telepathic.
If you can think, and there is, because of how it works, think there is that vibe that you can get. You can't give specifics, but you can give emotion.
I'm just gonna sort of send this emotion of like, I feel their pain, like I can feel how upset that makes them, like, and just try to validate that emotion that they're putting out.
As you all begin to ascend,
Do we create steam? Sorry, continue.
If we were to hug, maybe.
if you were to like fusion dance, you would just puff into steam.
I'm for it. Fusion. Ha!
It just
Dragon food.
Dragon food.
We would just turn into an elemental at that point. We are the Avatar.
I hate that.
I love that so much.
Okay.
Must be swift as a coursing river.
No.
100 years ago, my brother. Oh.
Stop it.
I'm mixing Mulan and Avatar together. Let's do it.
You will see, as you approach, John, you will see at the top, entering into one of the, the side entrance that you're coming up on, you would see there is an owlin standing there in his very long robes, waiting. He's a barn owl. He's just waiting there with his hands clasped. You would know that this is Dex. You can call him Dex. He goes by Dexter to most people. He is one of the, higher up assistants to Lord Regent and deals mostly with the crime beat.
Does he have a title?
He's
No.
just, if anything, he's a high administrator.
Okay.
But you would just know him as Dex.
Got it.
That is.
What are you doing in my laboratory?
Okay, so as we approach, good evening, Dexter.
Good evening, John, and good evening, Order of Tart members. Should I be calling them that, or should I call them fugitives?
I think the preference would perhaps be the Order of Tarts.
Oh, my apologies.
I want to meet the
squinty-eyed,
person
yeah.
that wants to be called that. Hello, fugitive.
Fugitive?
Ah, yes, it is I, the fugitive.
So I'm like, I don't think they'd prefer fugitive.
Okay,
But,
everyone else on the inside was saying the fugitives are here, and I didn't know if that's what they wanted to be called.
As officially, yes, they are fugitives. However, I think if we were directing attention to them as we're talking, as if you're not even there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get so wrapped up in how other people are talking, I don't want to seem stupid.
This guy so hard.
It's understandable.
Honestly, me too, a little bit.
Okay.
Right.
Hello. I am Dexter Quintilis. I am the one of the high advisors to the Lord Regent, and I am in charge of, you would call it crime. Since you are wanted for your single bounty on each of you, except for points in Ariana. Is she with that? Not she's not on the bounty.
I don't believe she was on the bounty either.
Interesting. All right, madam. You are free to accompany the Order of Tarts.
Yes, Miss Nariana. You're not on the bounty. Can I ask why you've turned yourself in with them?
Because I'm here to protect one of them.
Yeah, interesting. All right, we can
But
break
I
that
am
down
on the
some other time.
bounty.
Anyway, well,
Right,
yes,
the confusion.
yeah, come with me. Right this way. I will. The Lord Regent's finishing up a meeting with some of the advisors of the North. They came in a rush about an hour or so ago, and he looks to you,
John's just gonna very subtly like.
One moment. I rolled disadvantage.
That was smooth. I like that.
He's like, what?
Perhaps we should discuss that another time.
I'm doing it again. I always do this.
You're
I just
talking more
enjoy
than you're
thinking,
doing.
yes.
Yes.
I just enjoy your company.
Right. But perhaps not while we're on the clock.
True. Oh, right this way. I'll take you. Would you like to all sit down or stand up, or am I being too polite?
Just please lead the way.
Okay. And Dex will take you through. The inside it feels regal and nice, and it has a completely different regal tone, like regality, than the Thorn Estate. For sure, the Thorn Estate had a bunch of the macabre and some of the darker things and the traditional, Gothic horror, suits of armor, various winding staircase, things like that. Here is very neat, organized, tidy. The sconces that light up are letting off that soft orange hue to everything, as there's a magical like a stone on there that's letting off this light. The smell on the inside is a very fresh and brightness, as if almost that the lavender that you're smelling is being grown or like placed throughout the entire building. Various murals.
I'm just gonna turn to John. I'm just gonna turn to John. Is this his first time? First day?
No, it's not. He's just not great with people.
Okay.
I don't know. He seems to ask a lot of questions. It sounds polite.
The murals and art on the wall are depictions of various nature scenes or iconic spaces, not only around the town but also the surrounding area, as well as there is a mural of nighttime turning into day. It's a clear depiction of sunrise rather than sunset, with smaller accent pieces in regards to the nighttime scenes and peaceful, tranquil, like stars glistening. As you continue to walk, you see the building is quiet. It doesn't have that much hustle and bustle until you get closer to the rooms that Dex was referring to. As you see people, various people of different ages, races running through. Some of them are taking flight. There is an Aarakocran who is like flying overhead carrying a bunch of scrolls. John, these people look semi-frantic as they are heading in and out of different rooms, heading around. Oh, I think the meeting got done. Oh, that's not good. Anyway, right this way, and we will put you in estate room B. Okay, good. Walks over, opens the door. Not B. As you see, there are like 5 people there, like scrolling out papers. B.
I lied.
Oh my gosh. Breathe, my dude, breathe.
It is okay. Let's how about the
You're doing good.
just down the hallway you'll hear from the lieutenant of the guard.
Bring him down here.
Thank you, Dex.
Yes, I have paperwork to go do.
Thank you. You're doing good.
Please follow me, and John will lead the way down.
This one definitely sounds jolly.
Right?
As you approach, you will see a rather large and stout looking lizard folk Looking down, he is in what appears to be more... It's practical armor, but it is very much for show as he is in this building. He has his helmet off underneath his arm. And this is Lieutenant Rampart. This is one of the, lieutenants of the, the Slivers Guard, but mainly focuses here in city. So,
all right, you can come in this room. I've been waiting.
And he will open the door, and it is a fairly large meeting hall with a fireplace in the back of this hall.
Can I insight that ominous chuckle?
Sure.
Completely unfazed by it.
I'm punching so many of these people in this.
It's like
That's
I'm becoming more like you. Like I kind of want to now too.
That's an 18.
I'm gonna join your
Oh, even at disadvantage?
Yeah, even
Wow.
with disadvantage. It was
18.
2 18s.
He can definitely, you get the sense that he is definitely, like, hoping that this goes the way that the government thinks it's going to go, and y'all are gonna, like, they're gonna be able to bust you.
Oh, he's
Does
rooting
he
for him.
know?
Everybody
Okay.
wants me to
Everyone.
fail.
Right?
As
okay.
you enter, you will see it's a large meeting table. It can probably fit about 20 people at it, but the lieutenant will point down to the far end by the fireplace as he throws more wood onto it. So it begins to heat up the room even more.
You lot will be sitting right here, right at this end. I want to make sure you're nice and warm by the fire.
You know this is a common tactic to literally make people so uncomfortable. So, yeah.
Yeah,
You
this-
are-
this guy. No, I'm kidding.
Make him sweat.
Yep.
I would prefer not.
Well, if there's anything you need, I don't give a shit. I will leave you here
Damn.
with John. And I'll be back.
I don't like that man. I don't say
I
that, but I
don't
don't
like
like
Oh, I
him.
thought you were saying that.
And he
I
will
don't say that. Out.
he will leave and close the door behind him as you are sitting in here. As the door, is closed, the heat is definitely like emanating and radiating from that fireplace.
Is there any way to like turn that down? Typhoon, do you want to like
Throw some water.
can you throw some water
Is
at
there any
it?
water in the room?
Nope.
Can
You have
create
water skin on you.
Oh, that's true.
Waste your
Is there a
water.
way to
Avatar this.
like to use water, kind of like sprinkle water on it to dampen it more, like not put it out completely?
Is
Like,
there a
just
dial
with
to
my
turn
ice
the
fists.
flames down?
Well, you could put a little bit at a time, like spritzing it.
Yeah.
Is there
like,
a dial?
No.
Just
I'm gonna punch
turn
the
it
fire
down.
with my cold hands.
No.
Take this fire.
Fight
Smother
fire
it with
with
your body.
Cold.
gold.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, as you sit there, you can attempt to, if you're
Yeah,
trying
I'll
not to completely
attempt
put it
to.
out.
Yeah.
John, what are you doing?
John is just going to watch them.
Cool. Give me a sleight of hand, Typhoon.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. That's
Oh
22.
yeah.
That wasn't
22.
even a high roll. That was just mid. Yeah.
So you're attempting to, dampen the fire with the 22. You do a fairly efficient job, and you almost dampen it.
Oh,
Well, it's not crazy hot in here anymore.
good. All right.
But then it erupted in flames.
It turned out the water skin was full of oil.
This town seems nice and all, but
It
also
was-
feels like
it was
it's full
Everclear.
of bricks.
Oh God.
Do you say that out loud?
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Just gonna mentally note that.
You guys sit for about 15 minutes. At one point, someone will pop in and like wave to John,
Yeah, John will walk over.
hand you a glass of water.
Oh, thank you.
Cause that
Right, it's very warm. Yes, thank you.
And you will see
Right.
they give John a glass of water.
John's just gonna set it on the table.
Can I like insight that to see if I put 2 and 2 together, or like roll
Yeah.
something to see if I?
Yeah, give me
Okay.
insight.
Oh, I got a 13.
I realize they're dicks.
It is high enough to understand that they, to get the sense that they were before Typhoon, turned down the fire pretty much. For now, they will eventually dry it out, and it'll kick back up eventually.
Yeah,
It will dry out. But they were trying to, make you uncomfortable.
Damn.
Right. This is why
Common.
I love coming to cities, guys.
Common tactics, right? In nature, you don't have
I was gonna
to.
say you missed the interrogations from the last time.
Oh yeah,
God.
that was pain.
I was worried about Typhoon. I was worried about Dragon. I would have been more worried about Claw.
Right?
Yeah, no thank you.
Just the two of us, like trying to kill everyone.
Two hotheads.
Yeah.
So
I can't hold both of you back.
We're like, we know.
after 30 more minutes, the flame will begin to kick back up on it again.
Damn.
In his mind, John is gonna sort of mentally put out this like question to them.
What is the question?
Something along the lines of like, do they really need help, or are they not deserving of help?
Oh, this is the fastest message, feeling you ever get back. Help, 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 love, help, love, help.
Love help.
Love help, love help, love help.
Help!
Can I ask you folks a general question?
General question.
General
Seems
question.
like bonding time, anyways. What's up?
What exactly is your defense for the charges against you?
It depends on the charges.
We
Well,
don't
there
really
we
know all the
charges?
charges.
You all are unaware of the charges brought against you.
Nobody's told us.
Well, it's a bit of everything from trespassing and vagrancy all the way up to murder. So,
Did it say who we murdered?
a merchant.
We murdered a
Where?
merchant.
I don't think we've done that.
Yeah.
A merchant
Why do
had
you
been-
say it? I don't think we've done that.
I'm debating.
Claw's like, wait a minute, when did we do
I
that?
don't think we did
She might
that.
say it softly to herself. I don't think that.
I don't
I've
recall that.
Claw's like, I've murdered people, but that wasn't one of them. I don't believe.
Yeah, she says
She
it,
just turns
softly
and goes,
to
did we do
herself,
that? No.
Yeah.
No, Claw,
Softly.
that wasn't us.
So these are serious charges. As far as what we're charging you with, it's more or less an escalation of petty to violent crime.
Well, it was. Oh, go ahead. No, you're.
Oh, I was going to say, well, seeing how they keep changing the charges whenever they see us, raising a bounty, and then recently we've heard of
Well, I'm sorry. Did you say raising a bounty?
there's
Yeah,
been
apparently
two
there is.
bounties
Yeah.
of dead or alive.
There's not been two bounties.
Well, there's most certainly two bounties with, I guess, because we still have our stuff for the most part, right? We produced the two different bounties that we've been
Going
holding
to
on
look
to.
at the two different bounties.
You can-
Investigation.
So this would be an active investigation.
Active investigation. 25.
I swear. It's rigged on no reason.
Okay, so you're looking at it, and at a first glance, every single detail on there about it being an official bounty, 100% correct. Small difference is you pick it up and you smell the different stamps, the different seals. There's a distinct smell difference because the ones here from Midway have a hint of cherry to them. The other one just smells like a stamp.
So you see John pick
Smell
these
the stamp.
papers up. You see him look them over, hold them up to the light, and then you'll see him.
I'm sorry. Did he just smell
What's he
them?
doing?
He's smelling the bounties. I thought that was
Midway.
kind of clear. I was
Apparently
saying,
the
we've
difference
seen
on the
Claw
bounties-
do worse.
Yeah.
That is
Really, that-
quite.
The difference on the bounties too is I'm on one and not on the other.
Yes.
Correct. As far as our official record, you are not on the bounty.
No.
I would.
Yeah, they mentioned that earlier.
I would recommend that you definitely show them both of these. I suppose they may accuse perhaps that you could have forged one, but these do look, both of them look rather official. Whoever did forge this one did a phenomenal job for the most part.
Might I
live on the
also
road.
offer the bit of information that as soon as we came to this half of the sliver, we found out that we are also being impersonated, and there's a bunch of other people like us beating up at random taverns and such forth.
An insight check.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
No, you guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
I was about
What
to bring it up.
a terrible time to roll low on insight. That's 7.
Yeah, you don't. You get the sense of like, okay.
So you say you were impersonated. I'm just thinking from our perspective.
how it
That's
might sound.
awfully convenient that you come into the territory and claim to be impersonated.
We have proof.
That's
Dude,
fair and
kind of.
understandable.
Do
Yeah,
you have solid evidence to back your claim.
Not on me right now. But we were in
That
Sunrise.
is not going to do you any
Okay.
good.
Okay, we were in Sunrise, and we were being detained, and
While we were being
when we got
detained.
out,
Apparently another group
yeah,
like
Apparently
us
another
was
group.
harassing someone.
yeah,
So
While
while
they-
you were being detained in Sunrise, this supposed imposter group was terrorizing where?
a tavern.
A tavern as well as a
Tavern in
A
Troga,
tavern
right?
in Sunrise.
yes,
So in
Yes.
the same city you were imprisoned in.
yes,
Yes.
a few days prior.
What was the date
And
of
we-
your imprisonment?
producer's date?
Produces.
It was it was
June
about a week
15th,
ago.
2023.
I will see if I can look into this. We may also need to look into the claims then of the tavern disruption. If that comes back as valid, that would be pretty fair backing for all of you. Anything else that could clear your names? Any other information?
I mean, in terms of we can provide proof of locations where we're at in certain times, I believe that's most everything.
And we?
I mean,
Apparently-
think about it. The whole dragon incident's pretty evident. We can
Oh,
provide.
yeah.
The whole town knows about that.
Oh, yeah.
Can I roll for intelligence to see if I can think of anything, or I mean, would that be history? But to try to rack my brain of anything else that might be useful.
Is this your way of trying to get me to help you give a brain blast, or?
Yes.
Cool.
Look, I'm going to try and remember my best, but I'm
So give me,
never
roll
hurts
me,
to ask.
yeah, roll me a history check.
I'm gonna use the
It's
bathroom really
at-
quickly.
Still at disadvantage because I'm still exhausted. But rather than me trying
you
to
sleep in
think
the
of
corner.
anything else in the
As you go
world,
sleep.
Sleeping corner.
they're both 18.
Both 18. All right. So with that, for helping clear your like give definitive data that could clear your name, it is a very very interesting case. It's very hard to directly give information that could clear your name. You do know the discrepancy. You remember the discrepancy you had before, where some of you were shown two different pictures of people for who Lady Tybalt was, and you recognized one and not the other. You learned that Lady Tybalt was apparently at Rin's birthday, even though they had just gotten married the day before. And you would know. You also would realize that it is a tricky thing that you guys were known to have a fight even while you were detained. Unless the stories can be 100% corroborated that it is you were not released and then did those things and then left. It sounds, if you were a relative time close to each other, that it could have been you still doing it after being let go.
Well, no,
So-
the tavern people did say it was 2 weeks before us.
Yeah,
Actually.
but without the definitive proof being like of that, you would know that might come off as a we said we did something in the city before then we got detained in the same city. later. Like it kind of seems like you're returning back. If you were to pose it in without a clear understanding of timeline and have like that backup. Yes, Claw.
Was there a claw with the imposter group before I was even on the other side of the tracks? Allegedly. Like, was there a full party when I wasn't even, like, with...
Yes.
We don't know.
Well, Claw would know, because Claw had that small interaction with that man.
Right.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So, yes.
So I would share that with the group as part of, like, the evidence, was that apparently there was a claw amongst them when I wasn't even with my own group party.
And if I'm correct, we were with Ariana's family when they were harassing the town, the tavern. We weren't even in Midway, or not Midway, but we weren't even in this part of the sliver yet.
We weren't in Sunrise, yeah.
Yes, and like they're the head people over there. You can correlate with them.
A lot of this
but also-
information seems circumstantial, I will admit.
Trying to think of definite proof.
You hear a knock at the far door before it opens, and you will see a familiar goblin face. How you doing?
Oh, hey.
I'm Alan Checkers. I got the summons to bring them here. I was doing stuff around the town.
Yes,
I'm here
please. Would you like some water?
Oh, I'd love some water. That'd be great. Hey!
He's our lawyer.
Thank
Mildly
you.
offended, but that's cool.
He's also listening.
God,
He's our lawyer.
It's hot in here. How long have you guys been sitting in here?
I thought he was gonna drink the water and go, bit warm.
Wait, yes, it is a bit warm, but it's still not. He's still gonna drink it. I found out I got not a lot of information. I mean, a lot of people were not. They were very excited that you were in town because they kind of want to see you guys locked up. So I did what I could to try and like assuage those things, but kind of yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
how long are we waiting?
For a
Should
while
begin
now.
shortly.
Okay, good. And we're sure it's the on behalf of my associates, we're sure we're actually going to meet with the Lord Regent, Lady Tybalt.
Yes.
Damn, you're good. Alan Checkers, nice to meet you. I'm a reporter from Dutch.
Saren.
Detective! You're on the crime beat, huh? Let's see, he'll open up a notebook.
I don't
I
speak
saw
with the
the
press.
He only takes first-hand accounts.
I do only take first-hand accounts.
Only
most of the
first
time.
hand account.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
So, okay. Anyway.
What are you doing?
So, what do you... Like, why are you on this?
I'm simply their escort.
This isn't like a big case to you? You're not gonna like... Well, technically, they didn't bring him in. Technically, I brought him in, so Vinny was gonna get the credit.
What?
Well,
Not
now.
really here for credit. It is my job to be here.
Okay, see, no, I was checking to see if...
You really are.
If you
You're gonna
were...
take our bounty.
No, never. That would do me probably a lot of good. I'd probably get that penthouse suite I want. But
Wow, what?
but I was seeing if our friend Detective Tessaren was gonna be trying to be on the up and up, or try and be like some of the other people we've met. Just trying to help the team.
I mean, he seems pretty
Well,
cool.
they
I like the
certainly need
vibes.
a lot of help.
For 3.
You're not wrong.
Well, yeah, that's kind of why I'm here, and I did get something. Apparently, and this is just with. Can I get like confidentiality for this moment?
Unfortunately, I am not a lawyer. I am an investigator.
can you put your fingers in your ears and go la 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 while I talk to him real quick?
I think it would be against my job to do such things if you're about to lead to some manner of...
Well, I don't want you to try and, like, silence the press.
It's not my job to silence the press.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Anyway.
You're not wrong.
A-cap.
So, the big scoop is somebody apparently saw a pink-haired Verdun yesterday
That's
in this city.
impossible.
Rin?
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's like, we are aware.
Yeah,
like,
we know. Yeah, yes.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Thanks, Detective Obvious. I didn't realize.
Did she come back? Like, did somebody, like...
I'm pretty sure if Rin could be
Bring her
anywhere in
back.
the world right now, if their spirit were here, he would want to be literally sitting with you guys in this room.
Oh,
So-
he is.
What?
Are you trying to be funny?
No.
That man.
Well, now
can
I'm
punch...
sure I'm going to punch you. All
That
right.
really
No.
is- that man
No.
can
Okay,
punch
wait.
fire.
Wait,
Can I...
explain. Explain
No,
yourself
I'm
at
gonna
once.
hold it. I'm gonna hold
Just
it.
the
for a
words were
second.
like, well, now I'm going to punch you.
No, you're not. Robin,
Explain
trying to stay
yourself.
calm.
We mean like, oh, the power of friendship?
The power of friendship.
Power of friendship.
He's been reading
You
too
know,
much
they
anime.
do say that the power of friendship can transcend even death.
Oh, God, I'm going to hit this guy so hard.
And I am a spiritual investigator.
We got like one of them, the Luigi boards. You like,
Did he say Luigi? Oh
I
my.
did.
No,
were you a holy person?
I speak with the dead.
No wonder everyone looks at you like that.
Ah, immediately goes, I need to prove that. How can you prove that?
I have regretted this decision.
Well, that's simple. Ask me something only your friend would know.
Are you
What was the
talking right-
name of the scorpion spider?
It's the name of the scorpion spider. All right. Well, you said
Trick question,
scorpion
number one.
spider, so in John's head, that's a very different creature than what it actually was. But yeah, John will put like an image in his brain of the scorpion spider.
Immediately, a faint doodle appears in your mind, and it kind of looks like a whip scorpion.
Oh, you mean the whiptail scorpion? Yes. But what? But then back in the mind. In under the picture, just like a blank line question
Name.
mark.
And you will be given the name.
Douglas.
That is
Can you
freaky deaky shit.
can you tell Rin that I miss her cuddles?
Let's not get too enthralled. We don't know. This could easily be an interrogation technique.
I know,
Way
I know,
to
but-
go. You could have gotten that intel somehow. We need to ask a better question.
Do you have a question?
I
Or do you
don't
need
have a
one?
better question before you ask.
Does anybody have a better
I
question?
have something that only Ren knows.
All right.
On the last night we talked, what is it I told you that I am?
Asshole.
Besides that,
Oh, sorry.
In his brain on this same like little napkin that we're drawing pictures on, I guess. He's just gonna draw like he can't really draw, so he's gonna put like kind of a crude drawing of Typhoon, and just put Ty is question mark.
You will hear back in. I rolled a nat 20 on this. A pirate. It's just like
You're a pirate.
John's going to just
regret every decision.
Oh, I knew there was a reason why I shouldn't trust you. Yes, you are a little bit of a scallywag, aren't you?
It was in my past, not any longer.
Yes.
It's fair, I can trust them.
Just leans over to Ty. You know you dress like one, right?
He does dress like one, yes.
That's
I
fair.
probably could have assumed as much.
But
kinda
to be
mix the
fair, a
styles.
lot of people dress like a lot of things that they aren't. Like, nope, people who are trying to act like a noble will dress like a noble, but they ain't noble.
I
Listen,
thought you said dress like a noble. I was gonna be like, bitch, I am a
Yeah, some people
noble.
dress like a noble.
Here's what I will tell you. Your
And I did
friend,
change it to my nicer attire when we got to the Slivers half.
Yeah. fair.
your friend came to me shortly after their demise and asked for my help to specifically help the Order of Tarts. You can either take my advice and take my help at face value, or you can continue to question the legitimacy of my spiritual visions. Whatever makes you feel good and helps you sleep at night. I'm simply trying to help one that was killed before their time.
So, Nariana, you would realize that now tracks with what you were feeling before, where Rin's spirit is still around, and it was okay because Rin's spirit is with John.
Guys, I think we should trust him. I feel that her Rin spirit is still here, and I have a feeling that John has the one with her.
They must have cared very much for you all to linger on afterwards and reach out into the void asking for help. And if this cute little innocent pink-haired obnoxious childlike thing says that you need help and that you're worth helping, then I suppose I can't ignore that.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate
Really?
any assistance we can get in this matter.
Thank you.
Damn.
If
Wild.
it starts at any
Oh, hey, Alan.
Hmm?
time today.
No, I was just like, oh, hey, Alan.
Oh.
I forgot you were there.
Yes, I am also here, and now does... That brings up some questions about the Thorn Estate. And that's for me to worry about.
What?
Give me an insight.
$19.
Oh,
Now I'm thinking about that dungeon thing we went down to. That nobody remembers but me.
You can see that there is more than just a surprised look from Alan. There's a little bit of fear recognizing the fact that Rin's spirit is in fact with you.
Got it. Could I do an intelligence check to understand why? Because I, as the player, might understand that, but I don't know if John would.
You can give me... You wouldn't know, even with the intelligence, there wouldn't be a connection of why this goblin that's a friend of the Order would be scared that you have Rin's soul. or
Gotcha.
Rin's
I
spirit
would
with you.
just know that.
There's not like from you don't know Alan, you don't have any like
Right.
comparison points. It's just you notice everyone else is like, all right, that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, Rin's dead, but like they obviously are here to help because of Rin, and we can trust Rin. We trust you. For some people, I know not everyone's on like Team Trust.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's probably like two people.
There's
still
that's what
not,
I'm saying,
yeah,
but the fact that they like
my brain.
recognize
Brain man.
that that, and then he is very much like, oh, that's not good.
Got it.
Papa's coming home very angry because you have my kid's soul.
Oh my god.
I will reiterate that I am trying to be helpful, so please remember what I've told you. because if you are innocent of the things being alleged against you, it's in your best interest to take the advice I've given.
Thank you.
Well,
There's so many things I want to ask you to tell Rin, but I'm gonna hold back.
And maybe not now.
Maybe not now, but
If we can clear your names and get you in a better position, I'd be willing to pass along.
Thank you.
After a few more minutes, there was
Thank you.
another knock at the door. Before another aide will come in. Excuse me, is there a Mr. Checkers here? That be me. Come along. All right. Well, I guess I gotta go do something real quick. I will be back, I guess.
And we never saw him again.
And he will get up and leave.
Oh, not that guy, please.
John, you would know that that's interesting etiquette.
This friend of yours, Mr. Checkers, what exactly is he to your group?
Hey, we're the
thanks for the
raid.
raid.
What up?
Thanks for the
Hey,
raid,
Wolf.
Wolf.
thank you.
Hello, Wolf and Co.
Sorry,
Wolf and Co.
Well,
you were asking a question about.
I was asking to the rest of the party what Alan Checkers was in relation to their party.
We helped him out, right?
Yeah.
He's helped us out a lot.
Yeah. We helped him out during a matter, and I guess he feels like he needs to pay us back or some sort.
I suppose let me re-ask the question in a different way. What sort of relationship do you have with him? Is he a friend, an advisor, a legal counsel? I mean, I'm aware that he is press, but
I mean, that's how we met him. He was. Then he was someone that we got information from while we were in town, because since he works for the press, he had information. And I guess we made a positive impact.
But he did bring that legal document.
He did.
That doesn't necessarily make him.
He is our solicitor. Just kidding.
I guess to be frank, we're not quite sure. It's more friend, but also helping us with this legal matter.
A character witness?
More of an acquaintance to me.
all right then.
Hope that answered your question. I don't say that.
I don't think it answers the question.
That was a lot of very like,
A lot of vague information.
yeah.
We don't know either.
We really don't.
He was someone. He was a informant that we ran into, helped out, and
That's okay. I think I got my answer.
they're going to kill him.
If they haven't already.
About 10 more minutes go by as the door opens. All right. Yep. Lord Regent, Lady Tybalt.
Stand out.
So you all stand. He will walk to the side as another guard will go to the other side of the door. And walking in a fairly long gown, very like standing very tall, hands clasped together in front of her, comes in a Yuan Ti.
This isn't what we
No
were
one. I'll
introduced
leave.
as, right?
I say this is not who you were introduced as to Lady Tybalt. She comes in. She regards you all. I'm assuming you all do the bow with John.
Yes.
Sure.
She regards you all. I'm interested as to know why you've come. We got word that you were arriving, and it perplexed me. But I did not want to show my suspicions to the rest of the people. And she is now like swiftly and deftly moved and sat down at the table at the front table, like head chair of the table at the other end. Please, be seated.
Oh, sit.
Yeah. Were we not invited?
We shall get to that. I am, first and foremost, sorry to hear about your friend's passing. Rin Thorn needlessly died.
Because of the bounty that you placed on our group.
Oh.
Since you are a woman of the cloth, I will let you slide once, but speak out of turn again in my presence, and there will be consequences. I did originally have a bounty out, and in recent time, we learned more information that there was some misunderstandings and some differences in stories, and I pulled the bounty back for until we could get further information, and asked, in fact, your party to go home, to go back, and do not come down to this half.
Can I raise my hand?
Yeah.
Does she allow me to talk?
Yeah, she'll take a moment and she'll recognize that you have raised her hand. Yes, Typhoon.
From our understanding, we found this bounty on us, and I'll provide the one that we first found, which I'm assuming is the one that's cherry smelling.
Yeah,
we found.
Yes, that is the bounty I put out.
And upon which we discussed as a group that we saw that there was misunderstanding, so we figured it'd be best to confront this head on. And coming down further south, we found that there is this other bounty on us, another one. We never received word of it being let go, but yet another bounty being added on for it. And this is why we've lost a loved one here today, because it says to be by death or captured.
You will see there is a absolutely non-understanding between everyone. Just as John had said that this was a fake, everyone's, wait, what? Another bounty? Someone forged? How do they? But what? Where do they get the seal? Where do they get the paper? Two of the aides that came in after the guards immediately, she just looks at them and they flank out and go and leave the room. Interesting. Detective, please collect that for evidence.
Of course.
I can assure you, I want to do right by the people of this half of the sliver, and I am new, and I make mistakes, but I did not make that mistake. I would never have doubled after I had canceled it, and I had sent letter to you directly. We were approached by Orathal Thorn after I had initially put out the bounty, after getting information, and after coming to an arrangement agreement, I pulled the bounty back. This is troubling. So, the letter that I sent, did you have it? Did you ignore?
We never received a letter.
We never got one.
What do you mean?
We never got one.
Not once.
You never received a missive from me?
No.
Can
And
I
let me
insight check
throw.
them?
What?
Can I insight check them?
Yeah.
No, just for clarification, this isn't a thing that Checkers had, was it?
What'd you get?
14.
you can tell that there is a little bit of hesitation as the group is saying, no, they didn't receive anything from you. But Alan did bring up paperwork.
Oh wait, that is that the
That's what I
paper?
thought.
Is that what it was?
And Alan still has it.
John will kind of clear his throat. Are you certain you never received anything from
I thought
the Lady Regent? Nothing at all.
Dragonheart had it actually.
He, Alan had it for, getting in, like, in showing.
Okay.
Checkers
But
had something that
whenever-
allowed us to
To
enter
get
the city.
Here, yeah.
You received something allowing you entrance to the city.
Yeah, he still has it.
Who?
Alan Checkers, I believe is his name.
He came in not too long ago, and then someone took him out.
I'm not familiar with an Alan Checkers.
Little goblin man. I don't say that. But he's a goblin. That was
Little goblin man. So small.
so
Only
small.
know right 1, 2, 3. Does not know true ABCs.
Next PC confirmed.
I am spleen. Yeah, she looks very.
Did you
I'm
not
not
request for
aware.
him to be pulled out?
No. This irrelevant.
Out of character. I'm sorry, irrelevant.
Irrelevant to like, she doesn't know the person's not going to go down. It wasn't irrelevant. Like he's irrelevant. More of where she was going to head is irrelevant.
She could be infiltrated.
I do send my most humble of regrets to you and the Thorn Estate. I never got a chance to meet Rin, but I heard great things.
Characters, is anybody going to bring up the fact that they supposedly
about
met
to.
Lady Tybalt?
I was about to.
I'm so glad you asked.
We're trying not to speak out of turn, seeing as she said the next time we do it, we
Yeah.
die.
I had to say die, so there'd be consequences. If you guys want to assume death,
I was
sick. I'm glad I
about
did
to
that.
say.
He was going
So
to raise his hand
Might
again.
I interrupt for just a moment on that matter? I just to confirm, you are yes, Lady Tybalt, correct? Just
literally everyone in the room goes,
humor
"Ooh,
me.
bud, that's an interesting line of question you've got going on." But okay, well, let's see how this plays out.
See how it works out
How
for him.
we all originally met together was at young Rin Thorn's birthday party, where we were approached by somebody, a young pink tiefling who also called themselves Lady Tybalt, and they were with insert name here because I don't feel like
Yaris
scrolling.
DePalto.
Yaris DePalto, and they introduced themselves as Lady Tybalt, and they said they met you, or that's where we initially met that Lady Tybalt, I add. And it seems interesting because I'm assuming obviously somebody impersonated you, but it seems like that is also happening to our group as well. When we entered the southern half, we hear about stories of us being impersonated by some group. We just heard that there's another Trident running around as Rin today. Someone heard about them, or is today or
Verdant.
yesterday? Or sorry, Verdant.
Roll me a persuasion.
You know what? I swear to God, man. I swear to God. You know what? God is good again. 18 plus 3.
You should take a moment because as you're talking and you're explaining, it's all very crystal clear and very real to you. There's a lot of information being thrown about to these people in this moment, and so there's an understandable bit of hesitation in like, all right, that's pink. What are you talking about? This whole other person, like that sounds completely outlandish to this, this highborn noble, and that would the whole Yaris about thing would ping.
Yep.
What we talked about. I am terribly sorry, but I have never met any of you in my entire life.
And there lies in the crux.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yaris DePalto hasn't been seen in quite a while, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Forgive me, Lady Regent. Yoris Depolto has not been seen for quite some time. When exactly was young Rin's birthday?
Insert date.
It was, yes, it was over a month, and at this point, it's been over a month.
Would that have fallen within the time frame
with
of his
roughly
passing?
when Yaris stopped? Because Lord Regent got married. By that marriage, became was able to become Lord Regent because
Right.
it had to be married to have that title. Missed the birthday party, and Yaris stopped showing up after the death of the late Lord Regent.
So that would have been around the time of his disappearance.
Yes, when he stopped arriving and meeting with the city for relations. No, this is very peculiar, Detective.
It's extremely peculiar.
It would help our case greatly if we could help solve these issues. I cannot afford to be the reason we go to war with the North.
Madam,
War's
if it please you, please allow me to help with this situation.
You took the thought right out of my mind, Detective. I hereby instate you to accompany these individuals on behalf of the Lord Regent of Midway and get to the bottom of my impersonation in this situation. This is very troubling.
Raise my hand again.
Yes.
Quick question, since obviously you know that you're impersonated. Just to confirm, is Yaris Depolto a hobgoblin or is he not?
Yes, he is a hobgoblin.
Okay, so
Okay,
that
so that's right.
possibility might have been him. Okay, I just wanted to, so because I have his face in my head.
Yes, that would have been. He runs Dawnspire.
Yeah, I don't know if this has any bearing on this, but I remember there was a gift that he gave to Ren that was a golden trinket, a golden bracelet, and she had it on, but it seemed odd how she reacted to it. She was overly obsessed, would never let anyone touch it, and upon her death, it vanished.
Disappeared.
That is very strange, but I have no recollection of
Okay.
a gold band. I was before the day before Rin's birthday. I was getting married and assuming the position of Lord Regent. I was meaning to send a gift, but everything has been going on, and I forgot to.
Understandable. Congratulations as well. Just figured
Thank
being
you.
fully transparent would be best.
I'm very, and you all are in this now. I will have to dig further into this. I'm doing my best to trust everything you're saying and take this all in, as you have shown there to be reasons for mistrust against what I have been told before with the original bounty, and now these issues with my missive not getting to you and apparently being about coming to see me. It is very strange, very different circumstances. You'll have to forgive me if I'm not completely trusting of your positions now, with tensions being so high with the North and Duke Thorn threatening a complete blockade of the South. We are approaching of the precipice of potentially dark era in the time. I have many things to attend to. I will allow you to stay on premises at one of the guest rooms and the western houses. They are used for research and study, but there is a bunk area for overnight stay. I'll have you. You'll understand. Under the watch of the detective, as well as surrounded by a battalion of soldiers. For your sake and ours, in case anything were to go wrong. Yes?
It
Thank
sounds
you.
fair, yes.
Oh, thanks.
I do humbly apologize for any issues that we have caused in this. I must go. Could you take them there?
Yes, of course.
And you'll see she'll get up. She will bow one more time before leaving quickly, as you'll see, Lieutenant.
Well, that was slightly disappointing, but maybe we have a bigger hunt.
Any way you know what might have happened with Mr. Checkers? He was drawn out by an assistant not long ago.
Didn't know he was here. Didn't even see him enter.
At this point, I'm going to cast Find Familiar, and summon Constantine.
So it's kind of like a bit of ash,
I was gonna say it just came from the bones.
What? Oh, from
From the bones.
Oh, that's right.
Just the anime lens flare.
Yeah.
Just the
bones.
So
I
so
forgot
the
your glasses were
eyeglasses.
specifically.
So the eyeglasses that I'm wearing, the lining is made up of bones.
Yeah, I forgot about
Oh.
that detail because I was gonna have it be like ash, like a cremation, like. So just
That's so metal.
as
I mean, bone.
And to Constantine, I'm just gonna communicate, that I'd like him to search the premises for Alan Checkers.
okay.
Hey, you got it, boss. Don't worry about you. I got you.
I love it.
Flies through.
What's with sign familiars? I swear.
Look, this is specifically what
Diesel again?
He asked me what voice.
I specifically asked.
And
What
I
voice
said-
do you
I-
want?
And I said, "Give me the Azazel voice."
Hey, it's your buddy Constantine.
All right, buddy.
Hey,
I got you.
whatever form you need, I'm gonna be me.
Because
I'm gonna be
there's
the
nothing
one
funnier to me than this like well-spoken, elegant guy, and then this just
that-
like
Hey, cha cha cha.
1930s gangster.
Hey, look at that girl's rack. Constantine.
I'd like to perch on
Constantine,
that.
please.
Absolutely. So yes, you will see this.
You should see their
say he's-
from up here.
Alive, but also undead.
Yeah, he's very like spectral looking. His coat is like black with slight blue tint. He's got red eyes just like I do. But he's got this like sheen of like almost etherealness to him.
And he'll leave like a small trail of like it, kind of like a blackish blue like wisp tendril that kind of ashes off at the end of it. Just flies through. You hear someone go, Constantine! Ah! And like drop something. As Constantine will begin a thorough search of the compound. All right, I'm gonna have to go talk to some people. We have to send correspondence to Veru. I would say I'm a little disappointed, but you're not in the clear yet, so I might be getting a promotion yet. Good night.
Good night.
He's talking to them.
I know. John's very curious about that.
I'm gonna punch all of them so hard.
I
Don't you
Right.
understand
ignore
that
him.
if he's the lieutenant in charge and is able to like book these guys, that like they were trying to double cross dupe, because that's kind of like the vibe is like
Right.
they gave him information. This could be some massive ploy by the North, especially with
Right,
what's
right.
happened recently. So yeah, he's kind of like, if I can get them, if they're actually the ones, the culprits, and I Scooby Doo their asses and I get them, I'm gonna be
their
promoted.
Rose Shaggy.
So wrong. Rutrow Shaggy? He doesn't. No, we're not gonna get into that.
It was just
the
the tone
point.
as well.
Ruh-roh
Shaggy.
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 You all are, led by John out, and you begin, heading across the compound to the west, where the smaller building huts were. You guys no one's escorting you because it's now you, like, currently there. You can imagine they're going to meet you there with the battalion that's going to sit outside.
Yeah.
So, if there's anything you'd like to discuss or while you're walking and talking.
Well, this is certainly, for you all, at least a slightly better turn of events. However, it does raise a lot of concerns. I think first and foremost we need to find Alan Checkers. He was the one who supposedly delivered the missive from the Lady Regent to you, correct?
Yeah. Weird that he left, that he's gone.
It's more weird that somebody else summoned him out of the room prior. That wasn't something that seemed normal, which is why I was asking about his relationship to you all.
Okay. You're smart.
Yes.
What? Okay, this is gonna sound.
Well,
a
our group
little
does need a smart
outlandish.
person.
Hey, now
It
I've
sounds
been
a
doing
little-
pretty good. Thank you very much.
Yes, you have.
Wise. Why you've been wise.
It sounds a little outlandish, but Typhoon's now a little skeptical of checkers, and would it like be an insight roll to be like, okay, this is kind of weird and sus. Like, is checkers really who we think he is?
I mean, roll me a history to like think about everything you've gone through.
Can I do that too? Because I'm super sus of him now.
A dirty 20 for history.
Okay, so you have a pretty good recollection of what you've been through.
Okay, and then
Oh. I got a nat 1 on history.
Oh.
You do not.
Claw was focused on Chester.
Yeah. Thinking about history of that city, immediately you're thinking about Dreamy Boy.
Dreaming horse.
Dreamy boy. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
So, Typhoon?
okay, and then do I roll an insight next?
Yeah.
Okay. It's only 6 plus 7, 13.
You inciting, he has acted and talked very much like how Alan Checkers acts and talks is on the road. He was asking questions, he was writing his stories, he was doing his thing. He was a known guy and you knew him. So it didn't seem too far-fetched that he would be the one to approach and handle this missive, but it is, out of everybody, you have the Thorn estate with you.
Yeah.
You knew they were busy, but there's that little bit of moment of like thinking about it in hindsight.
That, and then he disappeared during the fight. He disappears a lot during the day, and then he did it earlier today. Yeah, a lot of that's going in my head, and I will share that. Like, just speculation in my head. This is what I'm thinking.
As you get, because it is a covered pathway that connects to the things, but it turns in going outside under a covered pathway. You could go out and go onto the grass and you can see the river on both sides of the city from here. And as you're approaching, you will see the battalion standing there, like waiting at attention, just standing there waiting at you. Who has dark vision?
Me.
I have dark.
I do.
I don't have, but I do have dark vision.
I need dark vision.
So for you to have dark vision, give me just give me a perception check.
For those who have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
For those of you with flash photography.
At passive perception.
No.
I have 18. Oh,
Cool.
12 for 20 for a 24.
Okay. So I'll go up in know what you notice. So for John and Nariana, you notice, they look like soldiers. They're standing in wait. They just don't appear to be moving that much, so they look like they're very, very well trained at standing in space, where they are. Teresa.
Yes.
Somewhere in your memory, you just know how someone stands when conscious, when they're awake, versus when they're, stuck in place, unable to move for some reason. In the sense of, you recognize that as something you've experienced. You don't know why, but that perception of looking at it and seeing them, you realize that none of these people are moving at all.
None of the guards?
None of the guards that you're looking at. As you look around, there's no one else around. And
They're not moving at all, like they're paralyzed or something?
You can't, with a natural 20, you can't tell if it's paralyzed or they're dead. As behind you,
They're dead.
inside the main estate, pieces of the building fly out. You guys are far enough away from the blast that you don't need to make a dexterity saving throw, but you are, pushed and shunted forward from the force of the explosion as flames erupt from the building. The entire south wall completely gone, flames spitting out.
Oops.
Constantine is.
Yeah.
Look at the
Right before this happens, you get a ping, Constantine going, "Hey, I found it!" And then it happens.
Got it.
Whoa.
As you guys turn to look, you see it standing on top of this now pile of rubble. Appears to be Duke Leopold Thorne. Holding Lady Tybalt in his hand. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
What the fuck?
Hooray!
We solved the mystery!
Yay, we did it, guys! We cleared your name!
Rin has
Yay!
been avenged! You need a new job!
Well, that's it. Campaign over. We won.
We won. God.
Hope you guys enjoyed that.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Do you know how long the fact that this is happening, like you guys, this whole thing with Rin, I know it is very tragic, but I'm just like, oh, this sets up
Perfect.
a lot that I can use.
Yep.
So just to know, just as I am moving on the fly, so are the forces against you are moving on the fly.
Jesus the hell.
So yes, we will pick up next time with we're going to be going into initiative, just to let you know.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight Thorn.
Dead.
Fight or death?
I think.
Okay,
It's time to fight Daddy.
but that's next week.
Don't fight Daddy.
Come on, guys. It was literally like,
only been a
everything's gonna
day.
be fine. We're gonna figure this shit out. It's okay. And then the one person is just
Bro.
like,
His daughter just died a day ago. Now we gotta fight him.
I mean, we have to fight what appears to be him.
Yeah, I don't think it's
I was
actually
gonna
him
say,
at
do
all,
we still have the
honestly.
book that Red
No.
was using to? No.
Definitely
Take the
not.
book
Had
back.
it.
Okay.
No, you never.
right. Because
Well-
he said he wasn't gonna be hanging out around us or around anything. And
We
now
didn't
he
want to
just
see or
appeared.
hear from us until we figured
Yep.
it out.
So
But yet that happened? Huh?
That was pretty
yeah,
That's a little weird.
hey,
So
across
we
the
played
table.
D&D today!
Yay!
The video of this will go up on YouTube on Monday.
Monday!
But if you need more stuff before Monday, you can come back on Sunday.
Sunday!
Where you can come watch Vampire the Masquerade, DC by Night, Monument of Shadows, which is a
Shadows.
story told by Simon.
By me, I tell that
Yay.
story. I am storyteller.
Telling
You
the
are
story.
storyteller. You
But
tell
if
stories.
that's not enough, what else can they do, Si?
You can also check out the RPG table right here on Twitch Saturday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Chicago by Night, where I am also a player. However, I might not be on tomorrow, but check them out anyway.
They're still there.
Support
They'll
them.
still
They're great people.
they'll still be in Chicago at night.
They'll still be in Chicago.
Chicago.
They'll still be
At
killing
night.
things.
At night.
We'll still be on the brink of
At
dying.
night.
It's okay.
That's
know you
normal
not.
for you guys.
That's normal. Just another Tuesday. It's fine.
Tuesday, ain't it?
Huge.
All right.
Tuesday.
Well, then, with all of that being said, we hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Slivers of Fate. I
did.
cannot. Thanks. I'm so glad. I cannot wait to see how next session goes. I hope you all had much of a roller coaster ride tonight, as I did watching it all. So
Honestly, yeah.
until next time. Bye.
Bye.